Well, hi, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
I'm Nathan, the Brick Slayer, with my co-host James, the Brick Junkie. Hope everyone's having a great or almost Christmas, I guess. We got the festive hats today, then the festive sweatshirts. See that? Yeah.
I froze. Check that out.
Nice. We'll see how many ugly sweaters I come up with. I might have enough for one for every Sunday this month. We'll see. But thanks for joining us. We are sponsored by Brick Freedom. They pay for the live stream. So if you need a website to sync your Bricklink and Brickhouse stores, check out brickfreedom.com. I use it. I think it's wonderful. Other than that, how's everyone doing today?
I think I gotta log out and log back in. My screen froze.
Yeah, I think you're frozen.
That's weird. I was messing around with the camera settings, and as soon as I closed the little camera settings window, it just locked up.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
All right. Looks like Will Harper's here. Welcome. Hopefully you got your package I sent you, Will. Daniel's here. Welcome. 50 Caliber Brick is here. One of our VIP members on the Discord. Thanks for coming. Brick Fingers also here. They're also a VIP member, I believe. Great Brick Lab. Chris is here. He may join us halfway through the show. We will see. Knees Are Overrated is back. Welcome. David West is here. Welcome.
There we go.
Oh, James is here. Jared's here. Welcome. JT Bricks is here. Howard's here. Leaf Hunter's here. Brick Squid's here. Doughboy's here. Dang, we got lots of people here. Well, let's see here. Howard says, move my store from a bedroom to the basement this weekend for a major expansion.
Oh,
I was over at his house and I actually recommended him going to the basement.
that's a lot of extra room.
It's too small, but the basement is gigantic, so he can have a ton of space. Will Harper says, your screen isn't frozen. You're just one hell of a ventriloquist.
There you go.
So I've actually spent all weekend. I parted out no Lego, but soon I will get there. I keep having other crap come up. I had like a whole bunch of stuff I have to send to Amazon. I'm trying out the whole Amazon thing. So I have like 8 boxes packaged, ready to go finally. But it's crazy. We'll see if it makes any money. I tried to sell Lego, and yeah, you can't sell Lego. Like
Really?
Lego
Not there at all?
No. I can try again in like 6 months when they don't have a ban on new categories. But yeah, right now it's totally locked out. I can't even sell used Lego.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder why.
Brickfinger, I'm trying FBA. We'll see how that works. I don't have the room to store all the crap to do the FBM, but I know FBA has higher fees, but I figure I'll try it because I got all the stuff for free. So we'll try it. See if I don't make any money, then I might just go back to eBay.
What's the FBA? FBM.
So FBA is fulfilled by Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So it comes straight from their warehouse, and FBM is fulfilled by merchant. So like I could list it on Amazon, but I would ship it from my house.
Gotcha.
And if it's shipped from Amazon, then you get the 2-day free Prime shipping and that sweet stuff. So that's the difference. But there's more fees if you ship it there because they handle all the customer service.
So
So
what kind of percentage do they take off of everything?
I don't even know what the percent is. It depends what the item is and how much it sells for. But we'll see. All right, I could show you what I got from Target from Black Friday. They finally showed up. Grab them here. All right, so I did get from Target this year for Black Friday. I got a couple of the 40358. It's got like a bike and a dog and a couple people and some unique things. So I figure I'll part it out.
Isn't that like a little newsstand or something?
Yeah, it says bean there, donut that. I don't know.
No.
Sounds like a stupid name to me. I got that parted out to get the lots. And then I got this other people one, the Space Research People Pack. It's got a whole bunch of people in there.
Oh, that's a lot of figures, man. That thing will be worth more than whatever you paid, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think I got it for like, I want to say it was maybe like 20 or something. The other one was like $8.99. And then I had one of these, and it was on sale for like, I think $14 or something. So I got a couple more so I can part them out. But
that's cool.
If I didn't already have one, I wouldn't have got it. But one is useless, but it does part out for 3 times, so can't beat that.
That's pretty good.
Let's see here. 50 caliber brick got 6 of those. Nice.
That's good. We haven't done much this week as far as anything new and exciting. A lot of just sorting, organizing orders, kind of grind work this last week or so.
Oh man, Jared got 10 of those small sets for $8.99. That was a good deal. I mean, some of the stuff they had. Oh, there's one other one I had to pick up. Hold on. I had to go into the store and find it because online was sold out. So these ones.
Oh, that's cool.
They were like $17.99 or something. It's got like an alien in there.
Did their inventory say they had it?
So the inventory on the app said they had it, but on the website you couldn't order it online. So I went into the store, and the one store by my work downtown, nobody ever goes there because you get harassed by homeless people. So luckily they had 3 left. And then when I bought them, they rang up $30, and I'm like, hey, this is like $17.99. And they're like, oh, you have to go customer service, and they'll price match it. So they were literally almost half price, but they part out for over 3 times, so that was good. Jared got the Target red card. Yeah, if you get that, you get 5% off for every purchase, and it just comes right out of your bank account. So it's not like there's a credit card and the red card debit card, which comes from your bank account. So I would recommend the debit card one. Doesn't cost you anything.
Brick Finger's got some questions about Acromills. You should answer this one.
Brick Finger. Let's see here. New question here on starting a store. How many Acromills cabinets is a reasonable amount to open your store with? And how many parts or lots? How many feedback on Bricklink do you need to open? So for the feedback, I think you have to have 2. I think you need to make 2 purchases, isn't it?
I think so. I think they used to be 1. I think they changed it to 2 after a little while.
Yeah, I think you got to buy 2 things from 2 other stores and get positive feedback, and then you can open.
Feedback's not the hard part. It's actually going in and registering, and you got to send in all copy of your driver's license and all that stuff, and wait for them. It takes them a couple of weeks to get around to actually give you.
Brick does just 1 positive feedback, so just 1. I haven't looked in a long time, so yep, just 1 purchase. So buy 1 thing. As for starting, how many?
You're probably looking at 30 or 40,000 parts to really consider starting the store.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to start and put your prices super cheap, and then you're never making any money.
Right.
But I mean, as you get stuff, you can just start listing it. There's no like set amount.
No.
If it's not for sale, you can't sell it. Don't expect a bunch of orders until you hit like 60,000. Then you'll start getting maybe like 1 every day or 2.
Yeah, that's going to be the hard part. Is if you start a store and you don't have a lot of parts, the orders will be like really far and few between. The more you've got to start, obviously, the better. But it's a lot of money to invest to get a bigger store started before you actually start making any money. But I think we opened our store. We only had like 30,000 when we actually opened, and we started getting orders right away. But we kept our prices really low on purpose at first because our whole thing was we didn't care. We just wanted to get like really good positive feedback right away is what we were looking for. So we were not giving stuff away, but it was below the average by probably 5, 10, 15% in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just to get the orders and get the feedback and try to get the store, kind of moving. But since then, we've raised our prices back up to where everybody else is pretty much.
Yeah. I put a sale on this week for 2 days, or maybe 1 day.
How'd it go?
I did like 15% off Star Wars Clone Troopers. Guess how many I sold?
All of them. No, I didn't know
Not a damn thing.
Oh, damn.
So I took the sale off because no one was buying, so they lost out. I was just trying to get some money coming in, but it didn't work.
Damn.
And as for Brickfinger, as for the Acro Mills that you buy, if you're parting out like 10 of each set, you're going to want some larger drawer ones. If you're only doing like 3 sets at a time or 5 sets, you could probably just start with the 64 drawer, the small ones, to get you started. But eventually, you're going to need larger drawers also. So I ran out of large drawers, and then I bought a whole wall of large drawers, and then I was running out of small drawers, and then I had to buy more. So now every wall's covered. It's rounded.
Is all the stuff behind you full, or is that all empty? It looks empty.
Yeah, it's empty.
Okay.
I haven't really parted out any Lego in a couple
That's
weeks.
that's where the closet full of stuff's got to go, huh?
Yeah, the closet is like overflowing. Like it's on the floor now. So I'm hoping to be done with work by the 18th, and then I'll have all kinds of time to part out and get caught up. But until then, let's see.
Brickfinger wants to know how deep you should go with the kit, so you really need to buy 10 sets at a time. It actually just makes your life easier and faster to have more kits. If you only part out 3, you're going to spend almost the same amount of time parting out 3 as you are 10, and you're going to do a lot more work for a lot less product in the end. It's easier. I personally, we've parted out new kits, and I don't think I'd mess around with less than 5.
Depends how much money you have also. Like if you don't have a lot of money, I would start out at least 3 kits a piece, because the more different sets you get, the more lots you'll get. And the lots is what brings people in, not the part count.
That's true.
Because like Pop's Block Shop, he's only got like 100 and I don't know. I think he's at 50 or 170 or some thousand parts now, but he's getting like ridiculous orders because he has the lot count. And everybody with the lot count gets tons of orders. Like Great Brick Lab, he gets a ton. I'm only at 4,700 lots right now or something, but I've got 240,000 pieces. So once I get all those sets parted out, I'll have way more lots. But
we're at 9,570 lots. Let's see what Great Brick Lab's at. Let's see where he is. He's on there. He probably already knows off the top of his head, but
Brickfinger says, "Put your kids to work sorting." My kids
that's where to do it.
They're greedy. They want like $10 just to clean their room. Plus, they're
obviously they have too much stuff. My kids, they start getting greedy about that. They just start losing stuff. And it's like all of a sudden, it's like, hey, your room's nice and clean because you don't have anything anymore. Look at that.
Yeah. See, Jared has 97,000 parts, but only 1,100 lots. And I'm pretty sure he parts out 10 at a time, at least. So that's why he has more parts and less lots. So that's cool. So I went to look for clearance. I made a vlog. I just haven't finished it, so it hasn't been uploaded. So I'm slacking. I had to go stop to pick up all the Amazon stuff, like 2 hours away. So I stopped by some Walmarts that I haven't hit up in months.
Oh, yeah.
I can find a damn thing on the shelf.
Really? Probably getting wiped out for Christmas, too.
Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. So you can tell they organized it. And all the sets on top are like stood up so you can scan the UPC easily.
Right.
But they're inventorying all the toy stuff because it's the end of year.
Right.
So anything that's not supposed to be there, obviously they chuck or something. So 3 stores, nothing on clearance. So I think the clearance is gone until December 26th. Then it's time to check stores. Right after Christmas, between 26th and January, like the first week in January, they'll clearance a whole bunch of toys. So keep an eye out on those 1,500 piece bricks and animals sets.
Yeah.
They may go down to $15.
No way.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm buying so many of them.
I'm going to buy like 30 of them.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to buy like 100. I'll just cover my
pallet. I'm taking the pallet. Back my trailer up to the doors is just put the pallet in the trailer.
Jared says lines are around the block for stores. Oh, Brick Squid's partying them out. He doesn't like the eyes. Yeah, the eyes are awful.
And they never sell either. You'll be sitting on ice forever.
Yep. Yeah, I parted out. What'd I get, 20? Well, I didn't really part them out. I put them in, shoe boxes based on color, and now they're just neatly organized in the closet, not really parted out. But if I sell a piece, I know where to go. It's either in the box or the other.
Sold any of the parts you had to go digging for them?
Yeah, somebody bought like every one of the 2x4 yellow bricks. Dig all those out. Yeah, Tribe Outside, he bought 43 and parted them out.
Damn.
He just finished doing it.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, it is a ton.
We did. How many did we do the first time? Was it like 10 of them? The 1,500 piece kits? I think we did 10 the first time around, and then we had like 3 or 4 more later. But damn, 43 of them all up. Did you do it all at once?
It was fun. I think it was fun.
Evelyn likes doing it. She actually really likes parting out the kits. I don't mind it so much.
Sorting too, so
yeah, she likes sorting too. So I don't mind the sorting. Actually, once I get into it, it's like tunnel vision. Because when we're doing it, I mean, we're looking at like 45 pounds of black parts on the table all at once. Usually, go through like 5-10 pounds at a time. But I get into it, I kind of get like tunnel vision.
Leaf Hunter says, did you see the guy on Instagram that bought 100 kits?
Did he really?
Yeah, it's Brick House, I think. He messages me sometimes when he finds deals.
All right.
I thought I bought a lot. But I bought, what did I buy, 20 or 30? I think I bought 20.
Yeah, about 20, then you bought a few more, didn't you?
I don't even remember this anymore.
Yeah, because you parted some out completely a while back. Then you bought.
Oh, yeah. Like I parted out 20 of them like 6 months ago.
Right.
And then I just bought 20 more. But here, Chris says, so many buy all those in the channel. The demand for this part is sure to drop. Surprisingly, the part out price has actually increased $15 since I parted them out last time.
Nice.
They part out for 136 now. They used to be 112, I think. So it's crazy.
Brick Vibes here. I actually almost placed an order in your store the other day. I was going through looking for some parts, but you were missing a couple of them.
Oh man, he says they parted out 1,000 of those brick boxes. Holy crap! Where would you get 1,000? Like you'd have to hit up every Walmart unless you like have a source somewhere.
You guys have to go around and hit every BJ's or Costco's or something and just buy up pallets of them.
Well, they only got them at Walmart though.
Well,
Walmart, Lego.
I got like 10 Walmarts around me. If you hit every one of them, you'd probably go home with. I bet you each Walmart's probably got 50 or 100 of them.
No, those are big boxes. Mine only have like 10, maybe 20 if you're lucky.
Alex, he sent me a picture. They had a pallet of them at our Walmart.
Really?
Yeah. Had a big pallet, like a 4x4 pallet stacked probably 4 or 5 feet tall.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 1.5 million parts. 1.5 million of the same parts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a lot. How much of it did you already sell, though?
Well, that would make sense why he has so many parts in his store. Let's go look at a Brick Vibe right now. I ordered from him. He's like in the state next to me.
Yeah, I've ordered from him before, I think. I'm working on a little mock right now. I had actually I was surprised. You know what I learned this last week? I was actually placing some orders for a little project that I'm building, something completely custom from scratch. And I actually spent the time to look at Lego.com and Bricklink to try to figure out which was going to be more expensive to buy the parts from. And in the end, Lego's website, if they have every part, that was the downfall. There was a couple of parts that you couldn't find on Lego's website. But pretty much every part on Lego's website is like 1 or 2 pennies, or give or take a couple of pennies more expensive than Bricklink. But in the end, the shipping is less, and you can get almost all the parts from one person, meaning Lego. It's cheaper than buying it through Bricklink in the end. I was surprised. If you have to buy the parts from, if you can get every part you need right from Lego, it'll be cheaper. If you have to buy the parts from like 2 or 3 people on Bricklink, it's going to be way more expensive.
Well, I heard if you're buying from Lego and you add something in from like if you added a poly bag or something into your order,
yeah, your shipping's free. Yeah.
You get free shipping. Yeah,
I did that about a week ago. I placed an order, and I think it's got to be over. I think it's got to be over $35 and order something off of the website. So I bought Evelyn's got this little tiny nothing crap micro kit for Mario Brothers. I bought it just because it had a lot of new elements, and I wanted to see all the new parts. Oh, here you go. Yeah, this one had like a whole bunch of the new parts. So I bought this one, and the kit was like, I don't know, it was like $3, and shipping was $3. So, yeah, and this doesn't make any sense at all. Check this out: if you buy something from Lego as far as parts, and you add this to your order to get the free shipping, they ship them separate.
Yeah, sometimes they ship stuff separate. It's dumb.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, that just costs them more money than just giving me free shipping in the first place.
So this is Brick Vibe's Bricklink store. He's got 9.6 million parts. That's crazy. But only 7,700 lots. So he's got a whole bunch of the same part.
Brick Vibe's in the chat, right?
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, you and I have a mutual friend. Is that correct? I'll see what he says. I think we have a mutual friend.
I want to know how he gets so much Lego. That's crazy. Like, did you find a cave full of new Lego that just keep replenishing?
Pretty much. You found like the Fountain of Youth Lego cave. Not that you know of.
How would he know who all your friends are?
Well, if I'm not, I don't know. I could be mistaken, but did you get like truckloads of Lego bricks? If not, then I'm thinking the wrong person. But
How do I get truckloads of Lego bricks?
You just got to know the right people.
I asked Google if they would send me a bunch. They said no. They said, we make more money on the auctions. We'll just keep doing that. I was like, come on, I'll buy them all. So I don't know if I talked about this last time, but I was looking at some auctions on the Shop Goodwill website, and the people were like bidding the crap up on this stuff. Like,
Really?
it was ridiculous. And then the next day I looked on eBay and I seen the exact same pictures from Goodwill on eBay. So they literally were reselling the item with a 3-day auction on eBay to get the money to buy it from Goodwill because you have 5 days to pay in Goodwill. So they're trying to like flip it and then have
in the auction and try to flip it before they even pay for it.
I was like, that's crazy.
Damn.
People, I was trying to like be the middleman. Yeah, as Brickfinger says, quick flippers.
Yep.
Yep. Unless you're gonna buy huge pallets of like Lego, Goodwill is not, or used Lego. Used Lego is good on Goodwill. Nothing else. So, oh, you guys want to see what I did last month? I'm trying to make a video. I seem to be trying to make a lot of videos. Just don't have a lot of time. I was going to do an overview video, but you know, by the middle of the month, I finally get caught up. So I'll show you guys. I doubled my sales last month. All by adjusting my shipping.
Really?
Uh-huh.
For you.
So let's see here. Let me share this. Where's the share button?
I got lots of orders this week, but they're all like little tiny ones. Lots of little like $5, $10, $15 orders.
Yeah, there've been lots of tiny ones. So last month, I got 98 orders. The month before, it was like half of them. And I didn't have any sale. I know some people had huge Black Friday sales and they got a bunch of orders. I got like 20 some orders. I didn't have any sale.
Is that for last month?
Yeah. So this is November. So see here. Sold 12,000 items with an average sale of $21. Total income was just over 2,000.
Ooh, I don't want to show you mine. I'm going to feel bad.
I'm sure yours is way higher.
Yeah, it's over double that.
Black was like the top again.
I got light blue gray as my biggest seller. Then red for some reason. Lots of red sold.
Nice.
Christmas time. Probably people buying stuff for Christmas, maybe.
I suppose. You can see my lot count here is crashing because I haven't added any. So it's going down.
You're plummeting.
Yep.
Ours is too, actually. Look at that. Ours dipped a little bit.
But we'll see. Yeah, Brick Owl had more, which is weird that Brick Owl had more orders. Or no, Brick Owl had more items sold. Bricklink.
My sales and parts sold are the ratio is about the same between Bricklink and Brick Owl. Bricklink's about 3/4 of my sales, and Brick Owl's always about 25%, give or take.
Yeah, I guess Brick Owl was had more orders, which is weird because of those 20 I got for Black Friday.
Yeah,
like 15 of them were Bricklink only.
Really?
Yeah, so apparently Brick Owl was ahead in the beginning of the month, and then Bricklink caught up at the end of the month. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. This month I'm at not very much. Let's see.
Is that right? Holy shit! Today's only the 6th, and mine says we got like 55 orders already.
You have 55 orders
for December. Yeah.
I got 14.
But the total money's not all that great. The total sales, it's only like, it's less than 900, and like almost 300 of that's shipping. So, I mean,
that's
it's
great.
Making lots of sales, just not making any money.
Yeah.
I do like Brick Freedom's layout. He's doing such an awesome job on this freaking app. I love this shit. We were sitting there talking about it the other night. We were talking about, I had to pay my Brick Freedom fees popped up, and I had to pay for it. Mm-hmm. I think it was like 30 or $40. I don't remember what it was exactly, but we're all sitting here saying, you know what? It's like $1 a day. It is like so worth being able to do all the multi-picking, and now all the charts are coming up. And I know he's going to be adding so much more stuff to it. It's like $1 a day is like nothing for this.
Brick Vibe says he's gonna buy 100 of the Coliseums and part them out.
I dare you. We were sitting there joking around about it, but it's like, damn, that's a lot of 10 bricks, man.
Daniel says average sales $11. Yeah, this month's just been a bunch of tiny ones.
Yeah, mine actually. Yeah, you're right. It says my average is about 16.
David West has 31 orders. Dang.
He's all new part. No, he's new and used, isn't he? Or he's not selling the used.
Yeah, he's just new.
He's just new right now.
Yeah, Brick Squid says, how are you going to get 100?
Yeah, people can't even get one or two.
That's
Didn't
great.
they sell out on the website already?
The what?
Didn't they sell out on the website already?
I don't know. Probably.
I'll go look at it real quick.
Let's see here. I did get a gift from Rocky's Guy Brick Store. The link is in the description. He sent some poly bags and another one of the parts for the Brick Slayer. So we'll give one of those away later.
Cool. Yeah, website says they're out of stock right now. Might be able to get a couple at the stores, but you're not going to go buy 100 anywhere.
Yeah, aren't they expensive too?
$550 for that kit, dude.
How do you have so much money there, Mr. Brick Vibe? Win the lottery.
Yeah, we need that COVID check. Exactly. We can go buy more Legos.
Yeah. Brick Freedom wanted me to give you guys an update. Let me just find it here. So Steve from Brick Freedom says, since onboarding more and more users, my support requests are starting to increase. Mostly a misunderstanding on the audit log, but all kinds of questions are coming in. It's very time consuming and not sure for a long-term solution. He's in the middle of rebuilding the audit log so it's easier to figure out. And hopefully there won't be so many questions. So we also, on our Discord, we do have a Brick Freedom questions area. So if you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the description. So
What's he got lots of questions coming in about?
About the audit log.
I haven't even used it.
Me neither. I don't know. But he said he'll probably want to be on the show starting January, at least like once a month.
Steven?
Yeah, so you guys can like ask him questions live and stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So that'd be sweet.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at the audit log. I don't even. What's the point of using this? It's just for checking orders?
I think so.
Oh, it's the store synchronization is what it is. When you got your parts out of sync from Bricklink and Brick Owl. Oh, I probably got like fucking thousands of them. I didn't even. I just gave up on it. I said, you know what? Whatever. I've got enough stuff in Bricklink, and if there's a bunch of, I'm not knocking Brick Owl, but they've got a lot of catching up to do on all the weird little printed and sticker parts. It's going to take years to get caught up with Bricklink for all those parts.
But there's so many people on Bricklink and they're not on Brick Owl.
Yeah. So that whole thing with having to have custom part numbers between the two websites is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, something I already showed you. I didn't. I'll wait till it comes in. Never mind.
You can tell everybody about the thing you bought.
My toy's not here yet. I bought a new toy.
Oh, you know, wait till it comes.
Yeah, you know about it. It was the one I showed you.
Yep.
Mostly got people on here that do huge orders and stuff like that, and big inventory just have their counting scales. Well, when we started our store, I had an idea that I thought would be really cool. And I wanted to be able to, I mean, I know Nathan's got a lot of you guys actually are using the whole barcode system now for your drawers. And before Nathan had actually done the barcodes on any of his drawers, who did it? Somebody did it before you. Who was it?
Just a Brick in the Bucket.
Yeah, Brick in the Bucket was the one that started doing them. Before they even opened their store, I was sitting there considering coming up with some barcode system, but my barcode system's not going to be based on drawers like you guys have. My barcode system's going to be based on the actual Lego part number. I've got a little script that I can run and take a database table or Excel spreadsheet table of all the actual Lego part numbers and convert those over to barcodes. So a regular barcode scanner can read it, and it will actually go pull the individual part. Well, one of the things I wanted to do, which at the time when we opened our store, really thought that this would be simple. I didn't expect it to be as impossible as it wound up being. When you go to a grocery store, you go to Walmart or Publix or Winn-Dixie or whatever grocery store you go to the deli section. They've got a nice big counting scale, digital readout. They've got the little barcode scanner, so they scan the little barcode of whatever ham or salami or turkey you're going to buy, and it automatically kicks the scale into that product's price and weight. Okay, that's a very common thing that everybody sees every day. But I wanted to buy something similar that would do the same type of thing, but it had to be more precision than a deli scale, because they're only accurate down to half an hour or 1/10 of an ounce or something, whatever it is. Their accuracy kind of sucks compared to what we're doing, weighing, 1 by 1 Lego dots. So I needed a scale that was much more precision, that could handle doing the counting and would work with a barcode scanner. And come to find out, that is a very, very, very hard thing to find in any industry out there. And there are a couple of companies that manufacture scales that will do it. The problem is, it's like a minimum of $5,000 for the scale and the software to do it. So real quickly, I didn't really give up on the idea. I just realized that it was much more expensive and in depth than I had really thought it should be. Because, everybody's, they've got the same type of scale at pharmacies. Pharmacists use them for counting pills. Pills don't weigh anything, and they're linked into a nationwide database for all the pills. And they use a barcode scanner, scan the barcode. It tells you what the pill should weigh. So the scale's automatically set to the part weight every time just by using a barcode scanner, and that's what I wanted. Unfortunately, the scales for pharmacies have a very, very low maximum weight limit. You couldn't weigh 51 or 2x4 bricks on one of their scales. You'd max it out. So I just kind of gave up on the idea, and just by chance the other night I was sitting there fumbling around 3-4 o'clock in the morning online, and I pulled up eBay. And you know how eBay lately has been really, really pushing, kind of being really pushy with their advertising and showing you all kinds of crap that they think you want to buy. Well, they actually did a good job. They actually threw up a scale at me that I wanted to buy. And the guy had it wasn't high. It was probably a realistic price, a buy it now price on it. And, it was still more than I would be able to ever justify for weighing Legos. And I went and looked to see if anybody else had sold one of those scales recently to see what they were selling for. And I saw that the same guy had already listed the same scale 2 or 3 other times, and he had an even higher price on it before. So I could tell that he was getting to the point where he wanted to move it. He needed to sell it because he was dropping his price. So I sent him this ridiculous lowball offer, expecting him to say hell no. And I bought a scale that cost thousands and thousands of dollars for like almost nothing. I got it so cheap that I feel bad about it. But I don't feel bad enough to cancel the sale. So supposedly by Tuesday, I think it is, I'm going to have this like ridiculously high-end computerized database scale. And now I've got to go in and start building a legit barcode database with all of the parts and their weights. So I'll be able to pull all the data off of, I think it was, what the hell, there was a website for which one it is. Brick Set, or one of them's got an excellent set of database files on their website that you can download for everything. And so I'm going to start building a database and try to automate this a little bit, because every time you want to weigh a part, you got to take 10, 20, 30, 50 parts, put it on a scale, wait for the scale to equilibrium out, then you got to hit the button. Now the scale knows how many parts are on there, and then you can start counting parts. It's not bad. I mean, it's not a terrible process. We've been doing it for over a year, but every time you do it, it takes you a minute or two. So now I can just use the barcode scanner, scan the barcode, and the scale will automatically know what the part I'm about to weigh weighs, and should be able to save a lot of time, especially when you're doing, when we sit down and start using the scale, we're probably going to weigh 50 or 60 different parts on it that in the next couple of hours or whatever. So hopefully it'll start to save us a lot of time. So anyway, that was my good. I forgot about that. That was awesome find for the week.
Just what I found for the week. Talking about pills, I got one of these little pill trays.
I was gonna say, you got some Xannies?
So you can just, do the one by ones over here in the thing, and you close it and then pour them in the bag.
Stuff them in the bag. Yep, I've seen those.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those now.
It was like $8 on Amazon or something. I was like, oh, this looks cool. So, yeah.
Dave wants to know what's the max weight on my scale. I think it's 5 pounds, but it's 0.01 gram accuracy. You can look it up. It's I'll tell you the model number. Give me a second. It's an Avery.
My $11 scale has 0.01 gram accuracy.
What does?
My $11 scale from Amazon.
Right. If you want to look it up, here, I'll put the name of it in the chat so that you guys can check it out. That's the model. That's the model of the scale that I got. It's pretty wicked. It's like crazy high end. Way, way, way more advanced than you need for Lego, let me tell you.
Sweet.
So now we'll have 2 counting scales, which is nice. We got the old one and then a new one. Newish. There is one more version that company makes, like another step up from this one. They've got an 840, and that one's crazy. That one's like $5,000 just for the scale. Then they want like another $2,000 for the software to run it, I think. It was nuts.
Nice.
I won't be getting one of those anytime soon, but I will keep my eye on eBay just in case I get one for almost nothing.
Nice. Oh, my mailman dropped off a package today.
Yeah, what you got?
On a Sunday. Isn't that crazy?
Sunday.
Yeah.
We got mail on Sunday once before, too. I was like, what the hell is that? Guy must be having me get out there and finish his delivery he didn't do.
I must have got some overtime or something. We have one mailman for our town, so.
How big a town are you in?
3,000 people.
Oh, that's kind of small.
Yep. So we got one mailman, and he's got this broke-ass little mail truck with exhaust.
Yeah.
So you can tell when he's coming because all you hear is "Whoom," trying to get up the hill.
I'm gonna blow it up.
There goes the mailman. I got to bring the packages out. He's gonna be back in 10 minutes coming down my way.
You'd think they'd actually get those guys some new mail trucks. I mean, get some some of those little Dodge Sprinter minivans or something.
Yeah. David already told you where you can get hundreds of pounds at a time. We talked about it earlier in the show. You have to watch it tomorrow. But yeah. Did you get my computer done yet?
No, it's sitting in my living room. It's sitting in my living room on the floor, still apart. We gotta put it back together. It's fixed. It's got a power supply in it. We just gotta put it back together and put your drive in and make sure everything's working right. But I will. I'll probably do it this week. I've been feeling really crappy the last couple of weeks. Just like not feeling like doing anything.
Brickfinger got a question for you.
Yeah, there's no keypad. There's two different versions of the scale. If you look at it, the digital readout is like a big rectangle on the front, and next to it is a small keypad in one of the pictures. You can buy the keypad separate, which is only like $100. But from what I understand, if you hook it up to the computer, you don't need the keypad because it doesn't work off of the keypad. It actually pulls the data from the computer. It's working off a database inside the computer. So basically, the scale is kind of like a dumb scale. The computer tells it what to do, or the computer tells it what it's about to weigh. So it just works as a readout. I'm sure the book's going to be pretty complicated. We'll see. Once it gets here, I'm hoping it's everything I hope it'll be.
Nice.
If not, I just flip it and sell it for $300 and feel good about it.
We'll put it for like 600 and see if it sells.
Yeah, put it there for $600. I mean, they're like really high end, like laboratory precision scales. They use them for like DNA sequencing type shit and stuff, like crazy high resolution scales. So
nice.
yeah.
Well, if someone doesn't have a Brick Slayer yet, post in the chat, type Slayer, and we'll give one away to somebody who doesn't have one yet. I get my wheel out, play some wheel game.
Tribe outside says he got a Mercedes-Benz windshield wiper blade. Yeah. That's a bad idea. I probably make a hell of a lot more money making meth than I would selling Legos. Somebody want to send me the formula for that?
You just go on YouTube; they'll teach you anything on there.
Oh, I know, man. They're getting kind of strict on YouTube though. Google and Facebook are really trying to crack down on a lot of shit. Stuff's kind of disappearing, if you noticed.
Oh yeah, that's because they're like corrupt.
Yeah, unfortunately. Good shit never lasts.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people wants one. Holy crap!
Ooh, you got a list and a half, dude. You better start making more.
I got like 10 of them in my store right now.
Well, that's good.
People have been supplying the goods.
Got the hookup.
David West, Mike Breezy. That's a cool name. Knees are overrated. Leaf Hunter. Well, Harper, yours should be there soon. I think I mailed it on like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. After you gave me your info.
I know it's probably not super interesting, but I did this the other day. I printed out a whole ton of custom Lego train wheels.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm working on a little project and I needed some wheels that didn't have the little axle holes in them for little carriers that they clip onto them. So I pulled them up, made some custom ones in SolidWorks and printed them out the other day. I got like 20 of them or something. They work pretty good. They fit the axles. They're little too tight, but that's all right. Just kind of hammer them in there.
All right, so I got Tribe Outside, David West, Mike Breezy, Knees Are Overrated, Leaf Hunter, Endorphin Seeker, Brick Squid, Secret Squirrel, and Brick Jim. Did I miss anyone?
Ooh, man. The Wheel of Morality.
Going once, going twice.
Speaking of the Wheel of Morality, did you see that Animaniacs came back?
What is that?
You don't know what Animaniacs is?
I'm sure I do if I've seen it.
You poor boy. Gotta go on Netflix. Is it Netflix or Hulu has it, Evelyn? Hulu has it. Hulu bought. Yep, they've got brand new episodes of Animaniacs. It's I think they were out. Was it in the 90s? Yeah, in the 90s they came out with it, and it was very very adult-driven kids cartoons. Lots of political stuff kind of hidden in it, and lots of sarcasm, and lots of sexual innuendo shit all the time. Lots of crazy. Good cartoon for an adult to watch, but they just came out with brand new ones. Anybody win?
Oh, yeah, they're like the three mouse people or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, they
All
just
right.
came out with brand new episodes. Hello.
Here we go.
That's
Who's
it.
going to win?
How many are you giving away? Just one?
Just one. Gotta make them last. They're hard to get.
Everybody's
look.
Terrible Tribe Outside guy.
What?
Pinky and the Brain were pretty good. They got new Pinky and the Brains. They were good.
Here, we'll do a second chance one. You get
Who's
Emmett.
doubling up?
Emmett. He came from Great Brick Lab, so we'll see who wins him. Oh, David West.
They said you're partnering out and sell it. Nathan will probably buy it back from me so he can build more.
Oh, that's funny. We'll give away a poly bag or two in a little while. Got to make y'all hang around. Look at my hat. Boop. Boop.
You said Chris was going to be coming on?
Maybe.
You gave up on the printer?
Count.
Hmm?
Oh, you want to know the funniest news I heard right before this?
What's that?
Rudy Giuliani tested positive for corona.
Yeah, I heard about that.
How is he going to fight all these cases now when he's got to be at home?
They're going to jack him up with whatever they gave Trump and put him back out there.
Seems like a scam to me. Yeah, it's Brick Outside the Box says everyone should smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe because I only have 330 subscribers still.
I still haven't even subscribed to your ass.
I don't know what's going on, but I think the button got removed on all my videos or something.
I don't even see the YouTube video. I'm always watching the live stream.
I know. And if you haven't joined our Discord yet, feel free to check that out. It's in the description. Get all the sweet news before everyone else. Try both sides thinks he's funny. You have to make videos. I do make videos once a week. Live streams.
You actually did a bunch of little videos too. You did a lot of stuff for Brick Freedom.
Oh yeah. Once I do this full time, I'll have more time to do more videos. Just too busy right now. Look at Will Harper even has 30 subs and he doesn't have any videos.
So do what he's doing 300 times and you're there.
Yep. Oh, that's great. So I was contemplating listing some used Lego. And then I realized I don't even have time to part on new Lego. How am I going to list used Lego?
Yeah, that's the downfall to it. It's pretty time consuming.
Eventually, I might get there. We'll see. I got that print back from Chris that he couldn't get working last time.
Plugged it in and worked fine?
No, that shit is broke. I think the UPS dropped it or something.
Oh,
it is like all messed up. So it worked good when it left, but yeah, it didn't. Something's wrong with it. So I'm just gonna sell it on eBay. David West says somebody place an order in my store so I don't have to use my bank account to pay my November fee.
So that means
Will Harper says I need to
order, or you're robbing your own piggy bank.
I won't have to hire anyone because soon I will have lots of time to get it done.
Yeah, you will. You'll be like
Brick
retired.
says,
You'll be someone retired.
yeah, I'm gonna retire and I'm just gonna do Lego. Brickfinger says, are the mixed bags of used Lego selling? Only for free. Only for free. No one has bought any of them. I have given some away too. But I think I might eventually just list them all. Like list all the parts.
I see a lot of people doing the Ziploc bags full of bricks on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and stuff like that. I see a lot of small like sandwich bag size or gallon size bags of Legos being sold there.
Yeah, it's usually like a pound or so. The thing is, a pound is more expensive to ship, but if you're selling it locally, it's fine.
Well, what you do is you ship out 14 ounces instead of a pound. I can ship a pound on USPS for first class. Can't go over a pound, but it can be a pound.
You can only ship 15.9 ounces.
I type in 16 ounces and it works.
The label defaults to 15.9 if you look at it.
Does it?
Yeah.
That I didn't check. But you can type in 16 and it'll work.
Yeah. See you, 50 caliber. Have a good night. So everybody else has people to help them sort. I don't have that.
You need to crack the whip on those little kids, man.
I don't know. Is Sean here? He hasn't posted yet. Sean, are you out there? This would be the first if Sean isn't here. I don't think so. Just be taking a break or something. Maybe he's got too many orders from Black Friday.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, if you guys are wondering, those 4x6 label rolls from UPS that you can get for free, they work in the Rollo thermal printer. So, yeah, David says he probably has 200 orders to pick. Will Harper says, pick me up. I'll work for Lego. I don't think you live near me. That would be a long ways. Big Ass Bricks is here. Welcome.
How old are your kids?
6 and 8.
That's too young. I mean, it's a good starting age to get them used to working, but they're not going to be able to focus.
Oh, I know. They'll last for like 10 minutes, and then they're like, I'm going to go watch a movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. My photo table's been working wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got like 100 pounds of used stuff, don't you?
No, I only got like 15.
Wow. Well, that's manageable. That's
I
manageable.
got 40.
Do what
I'm
Dave
waiting to
said.
get more.
If you got a smaller quantity, do what Dave says. Break it down so you've got all the same part, multiple colors in one spot.
So like all the 2x2 bricks just in one drawer, all the
Right.
1x4 plates in one drawer, just a mixed color. That makes sense. Like,
save you a lot of room if you're only doing a small amount.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Once I get all the new Lego listed, if I have time, I'll try to just do that. It will add more lots, so.
Yeah, but if you think about it, if you spend the time, you actually make more profit on the used stuff anyway.
Yeah. Plus, if I get it for free, I mean.
Wow. You keep getting it for free, then it's silly not to do it.
Yeah. We'll see. Just got to finish work so I have more time.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Time.
How much more time you got?
I'm hoping to be done on the 18th, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't got the for sure. Because if that happens, then I'm going to part out like crazy. So I'll be all caught up by the time clearance hits again. Because clearance is like every 3 months. So if I get a bunch of clearance starting January, then there probably won't be any more until like March or April.
Yeah.
Brick Squid says, what do you do about used parts with stickers?
It depends. With the stickers, my daughter is kind of like obsessed with Legos that have stickers and printing, so she really digs into Bricklink to find out whether the part's worth more money with or without the sticker a lot of times. And sometimes you got to be careful because it's real easy to peel off the stickers and just throw the part into a bin with the rest of them. But we have found a couple where if it has a sticker on it, that part could be worth $5 or $10 versus a 20-cent part. So you kind of got to be careful. Once you do a whole bunch and you start to you start to know which ones are worth money and which ones are not, kind of goes faster. But in the very beginning, you got to do a lot of research on Bricklink to find out what the parts are going for. But don't just assume they're all nothing, because there's sometimes they can be worth a lot of money with the stickers on them, especially some of the older stuff that there are no more sticker sheets to be had anywhere. If there's no kits for sale, there's no sticker sheets. The only option, a lot of these people that are like completists that want to finish these old kits from when they were 10 years old, 50 years ago, their only option is to buy parts that have stickers that are already in the used lots. So they've got a lot. Some of them do have a lot of value. You got to be careful. We always wash all of our stuff. Yeah, when we get all of our bricks in, we do a primary color sort when we start, and basically we wind up with about 20 or 24 categories of colors. We don't break every color down. We'll take all the greens and put them in one box, all the yellows and put them in one box, and all the purples go in one box. But after the primary color sort, which also weeds out all the trash, figures, electronics, anything that really can't be washed, once that's primary color sort is done, we'll take pretty heavy duty pillowcases and put about 10 pounds per pillowcase and zip tie it shut and throw like 4 or 5 of those into the washing machine on a low setting with some Dawn and let them sit in there for about 20 or 30 minutes and actually wash the Legos just like you would your laundry. And then we take them all and dump them on our porch on a sheet and let them all dry out there for a day or two. Works pretty well. And we really don't have much, really haven't had much problem with stickers being washed. It seems like whatever they used for the stickers, the plastic, is pretty durable. Even the stickers going through the wash, I don't think we really had any problems with them coming off or anything like that. So, and if it does, I mean, so what? It's still, it's still a brick that's worth what the rest of them are worth without the sticker. Worst case scenario, but we just once we've got like this next sort that we're about to start, we've still got 2 colors that we need to inventory from our last sort. We've got white and yellow, and both of them are probably about 50 pounds of each. And once those are done, we have to start the primary color sort again. And this time it's going to be somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 pounds of parts to start sorting. It's crazy. It's a huge, ridiculous amount of Legos out there now. And we keep looking for more. I got, the scouts that we use, they call every so often and hey, we got more, come get them. So pile just keeps growing. Yeah, Steve's right. You got to be careful with the vintage old paper stickers, but we haven't come across very many of those. And we'll take those out and just not wash those bricks at all if they've got the delicate paper stickers on them. We don't wash them. Figure if it's held up for 50 years, whatever cooties are on it, they can have them. What's that? Yeah, Corona's free.
Corona.
Oh, not very feasible in Alaska. Yeah, that's probably a tough market to be a reseller for Lego, especially if you're looking for used stuff. Pretty.
Will Harper says, let's see. Have any of you guys saw that Ryan from Mander bought a bunch of Thrawn minifigs? Have any of you done the same? I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know what that
is. David says, James, when you're doing a primary sort, is your store just losing parts or no adding?
It kind of depends. Luckily, we've got the house kind of split up. We've got 2 different living rooms. One is basically our final sort and order pulling living room, and the other is kind of our dining room, but we don't really use the dining room table very much. So the dining room itself is kind of where we do the primary sort, which is at the other end of the house. And up until now, we've kind of kept them separate. I don't know if we're going to actually bring more stuff back here and try doing it back here or not. But we kind of go back and forth. When we run out of parts that are already sorted to go into inventory, then we've got nothing to do but start sorting again. So yeah, there'll be a little bit of a lull or a downtime of parts going into inventory as we're sorting. And I mean, we could take that huge 1,300 or 1,500 pounds and just break it up into 100 or 200 pound groups and sort and inventory it by 100 or 200 pounds to keep inventory going in all the time. But in the end, you wind up doing the same work 10 times if you do that. The inventory side of it would just eat up a lot more time than just doing it once. So, yeah, I mean, there'll be a little bit of a lull, but what happens is once we go through, and what we've really found is the actual color sort goes relatively fast. I think Alex did the majority of it last time, and it was 600 pounds. And I think he got it done. How long did it take him to do it? Like 3 or 4 weeks last time? I'm gonna guess 3 or 4 weeks. It took him to do 600 pounds by himself, pretty much. And he wasn't. I don't think he was working like 12, 14-hour days or anything. He probably barely working 3 or 4 hours sometimes. So once the primary sort is done and you start taking and getting like an entire color washed, almost immediately after that, you can start sorting the colors and getting the inventory being put right back in. You can start spending time doing. A lot of times what we'll do is the small colors. So we'll take the pinks and the purples first. Everyone likes doing purples anyway. So we'll take the pinks and purples and sort those and put them in. So right away, after the primary color sort, you're doing, one color at a time as far as inventory. And then the rest of that process, that's where all the time comes in, is going through each color and breaking it down to the individual part to get your quantities and stuff like that. That's where you start eating up a lot of time. Like if you try doing light blue, gray, or black, or white, the big primary colors that they've got 3,000 or 4,000 different parts in each color. That's what takes a lot of time. The weird colors, the purples, the dark reds, all those go relatively fast. You can probably break down an entire box of all the purples and pinks in one day, and then inventory all of it the next day because there's so few parts in each color. It's the big ones that take you. I mean, it took us. Honestly, it took us almost 2 weeks to do black. We did like 150 pounds of black, and it took us like 2 weeks just to do the black because it's so many different parts. You got every single category in Bricklink to deal with, and then under each category, you got 50 different parts for every category. So the big colors start slowing you down. So we try to do the small ones first, like you said, to keep inventory going in. But then towards the end, you can only do so much at a time in the blacks and the whites and the grays. They're just really slow. But, it beats having a real 9-to-5 job and getting up and having to go dig holes for a living. Sitting here sorting out Lego bricks on a desk all day is pretty simple work. Just turn on the radio and keep going until you're done.
And watch Netflix.
I don't watch TV we had a TV back here, but we don't use one anymore because if you watch TV, you stop working altogether. Better off having music playing.
Yeah, I suppose I found that music makes you work faster. Well, Will Harper's back. So I had somebody tell me that what was it? Somebody at work, their aunt or something, was at some sort of Amish auction or something, and she was like asking him if he wanted her to buy a bunch of Lego they had. And I was like, how much people have Lego? I was like, that's crazy.
It's a wholesome toy, evidently.
I know. I was like, how would I get in contact with them? Because they don't use the computer or the cell phone.
Smoke signals or drives, those are your choices, I bet.
So I was like, well, tell her to give her my number. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a way to get it, I guess. Amish people? I don't know.
I don't think we have a lot of Amish people here in Florida. I don't think so.
We have a whole bunch.
If we do, they're hiding because I haven't seen them.
We have certain towns where there's a whole bunch. You'll see their little buggies all the time.
Oh, yeah? They're kind of cool. Those guys do like wicked carpentry work. I mean, those guys are like really, really professional carpenters.
Oh, yeah. David said Amish use cell phones.
Do they? Okay. They're moving on up in the world, I guess.
Whereas the Mennonites use cell phones. There's a difference. Who knows? It seems like it'd be the simple life. You don't have all the stress. That's why when the Amish people were at Trump's, were at his, what do you call it? He had a big rally, and they had a bunch of Amish people there.
Really?
None of them have masks on. You know why? Because they don't have cell phones. They don't know there's no virus going on.
I didn't know anything about it.
The news hasn't corrupted them yet.
I tell you, I can't believe the amount of blackout media stuff that's going on. I mean, it's
Crazy.
I don't know whether, all the voter fraud stuff is real or not. I mean, you see the videos of them pulling these things out from under the table after they kick everybody out. It looks pretty legit to me. But at the same time, they just are trying to sweep so much stuff under the rug and act like nothing's happened here, nothing to see, just move along. It's like, damn.
Yep.
I even stopped watching. I was watching Fox. I stopped watching Fox because they started getting a little too left. The best news to watch is watch people from Australia report on U.S. news, because they don't.
Oh, yeah, the Australian news is great.
They
I always watch that.
They'll tell you everything, all the crooked shit going on.
Here's the funny thing. What color is this shirt?
On the camera, it's red-ish.
No, this is a blue shirt, according to the news. See, it's got this little blue spot right there. That makes it a blue shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I watch you watch those two black brothers that do a lot of Facebook videos.
Oh yeah, the ones that are twins.
Yeah, those guys are funny as hell. I watched
they're hilarious.
They did a video last night where they were just going off about how one of their videos got flagged for like fake news because one of them had said something about the Hodge twins. That's it. Because one of them said that they pulled a suitcase out from under the table with all these blank ballots and then ran all these ballots for like 3 or 4 hours in the middle of the night when nobody's around. They got flagged as false news because they weren't suitcases. They were legitimate ballot boxes. So that's how they like whatever.
It doesn't matter if there were illegal ballots in there. It wasn't a suitcase.
Exactly. The whole thing was that's what they actually debunked it on was it wasn't a suitcase.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't know,
really?
Mark Zuckerberg donated millions of dollars to every Democratic polling place in Georgia.
Yep.
So he's paying the Democrat polling places.
Yep.
Seems a little weird when he's the one censoring what you can do on Facebook.
Yep.
That, huh?
Supposedly, the Facebook itself, or him personally, I don't know who it was, they put in $400 million. That's crazy.
Dang, David just sold a light up Darth Vader minifig for $17. Dang. I started, since I have so much Lego in the closet, I listed all the minifigs from like the popular sets. So that way, I could get some money back. So the one I paid $25 for it, and I sold an $18 minifig. So I almost got the Legos for free now.
You're just pouring out your Legos.
Yep. So. Whew. All right, so we give away a poly bag. What do we got here? Let me see. Ooh, right here. We'll give away the Star Wars poly bag.
Everybody likes Star Wars.
We'll play the number game. This is how the number game works. You choose a number between 0 and 100. And whoever gets the number first that I pick will be the winner. This is set number 30386. The Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but when I say go...
Put the number in the chat so I can keep an eye on it too.
All right. Go for it, guys. I'll put it in the private chat for you.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put it in their chat. That wouldn't work. Man,
You can guess multiple times. Keep guessing. Someone gets it, then I'll tell you to stop.
Nathan is really good at picking numbers. He always picks ones like I wouldn't pick them. Ooh, Alex is leaving the shop soon. We're going to get McDonald's. I mean, dude, all those numbers and nobody's gotten it yet. I don't know how the hell you picked like the most obscure numbers that nobody ever wants to pick.
Is it 27?
No, it's not 27.
How about 32?
No, it's not. You got to do it in the chat window. You can't just like yell it out to me.
Oh, oops! I accidentally clicked that one. It's not that one.
That's not it.
Where'd it go? Why doesn't it go away?
I can't get rid of it now.
It's like what? It just
All
keeps
these
changing.
These people pick like 300 numbers and they still haven't got it yet. I saw it.
It's not 56. Get rid of that.
Do you have like a book that tells you like the hardest numbers to actually guess or something? Because I swear every time you get like the weirdest
I
ass
just
number.
pick one. I just pick one out of my head.
Secret squirrel. Secret squirrel got it.
It was 31. I think he got it first because Doughboy said it later, right? Let me double check. Yeah, Secret Squirrel picked 31 first. He is the winner.
Congratulations.
Yes.
La, 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 la. Now I gotta find it so I can get rid of it. Bam. All right, y'all can stop guessing numbers. It's over. I like after one person picked it, then two more people picked it.
Yeah, one person picks it, 3 or 4 do. It's happened before too.
Yeah. All right. And if you find these poly bags at any Walmart, they're only $1. I haven't been able to find any. Somebody sent these ones, but if you find them, they're $1. They're probably worth more money now since they're actually Star Wars.
How many people in the chat actually use Legos and build stuff with them besides just having a Bricklink store? Oh yeah, this is cool. Did you see this thing, Nathan?
What?
These are $40 for anybody that wants one. I'm gonna share my screen. You're gonna like this. I saw this thing on online yesterday. Ooh, it's flickering. I don't know why it's flickering. My screen's not.
Weird.
Let me cancel it. Let's try it again. I'll move it to my other one. Oh, it might be because I blew it up full size. Might be because I went full screen with it. It was freaking out.
Maybe.
There you go. Yeah, full screen didn't like that.
All right, here we go. Let me get it.
Anyway, I saw this the other day on just floating through Facebook. It was on there, and I think it's like $40 to go to their website and buy one. It's kind of cool. Did a pretty good job. If you go to their website, they actually show like a lot of different photos of it close up, so it's all the different colors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If I make it bigger. Is that all the colors?
I don't think it's all of them. Let me see. That's 44. $61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7. That's 70 colors. That's most of them. I think there's, I want to say there's like 81 legit colors that go all the way back, but this is 70 of them. I know there's a very, oh no, they do have very light gray. There's a very light gray and there's a very light blue gray. Very light blue gray is super rare. It only comes on a 1x1 plate. And so yeah, it's probably missing some really obscure colors, but I'm guessing.
What do you probably want to run into though?
No.
It's probably ones you would never run into.
Yeah.
How much is it? $40?
I think it's $40 for the whole thing.
I should buy one of those. I'm not very good with colors.
Yeah. Price wise, I thought it's kind of reasonable. It's not crazy. And I think the shipping's free, so.
I wonder where I would put it. I don't really have any wall space.
It's not very big. I think it's probably a little bit bigger than like a legal size. It looks big in the picture, but when I saw it next to other people in the other photographs on their website, it wasn't quite as big as it looked. Let me see if I can find the.
How much does it port out for? People want the link in the description if you have it. Steve asked, does it have the salmon colors?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they're down here. Right there.
I'm getting tired.
I don't know. I think that's salmon right there. CL 220. What I don't like is a stupid. It's not in order. Of course, it doesn't get bigger. That is not the primary website.
Is it from Lego or is it from somewhere else?
No, it's some aftermarket company doing it.
Oh, okay.
This isn't the actual company making them. I actually had their website on here the other day. Let me see if I can find it. No ideas, Brick Finder. They made that, and there's another little chart that they make. It's like one by one or 2x2 tiles. Oh, maybe that is it. This is the company that actually makes it. So where the hell did it go? Why is their website hiding?
Looks like a few people have made their own with every color.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people out there. I actually just bought one off a guy on what do you call it? Etsy the other day. I found some guy who had a really nice color chart, and I traded him a couple of the flesh bricks. I don't know, this is the one that keeps coming up, but this is not the website I was on.
Wasn't that the one right there? It's a picture of it.
Yeah, it's the right chart. It's just a different website than I was on.
Oh, is it for sale on it?
There we go. Now I'm on the real website. This is the real website.
Brickfinger, I think you're a little slow. We're done with the numbers.
Catching up.
Drive outside. Make sure you go to my website and submit your prize entry. I'm gonna totally buy one of those. I think I have enough money in my PayPal.
Here's somebody holding it. It's really not as big as it looks. It's probably more than 11 by 7 or 8.5 by 11, but probably not much more.
I can mount it on a door. I got room on the doors.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Here they make it look like it's bigger. I don't think it's that big. And here makes it look even bigger. But here with somebody holding it, it looks pretty small.
Maybe she just has small, big hands.
Maybe she's tiny. Maybe she's like, yeah. It's probably like a 4-year-old Chinese girl holding it. She's like tiny. Pocket size. Oh yeah, they don't let you see the image either, full size. So there's a way around that. Go over here to the code and find the picture.
Oh, cool. Even have the Bricklink IDs on it.
Yeah, it's got Bricklink color and also has Lego's color number. There we go. Now I got a huge version of it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 220. Should be
I
salmon.
wonder if it even comes in a frame like that.
What's that?
Come in a nice frame.
Yeah, I don't see the salmon colors. I don't think they're there.
Salmon dip. Hey, look, Chris joined us.
What's up, Chris?
There we go.
Chris will hang on the wall.
Come on. Get in here. There we go.
I'm here.
Hey, look, what do you think about the periodic table of Lego color chart?
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
It's like $40. It's not bad. And I think that's free shipping too.
think I might
big is
get
it?
one. It's hard to say. One picture looks small. The other picture looks big.
Yeah, I think this is like actual size.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be huge. But when you look at the other pictures, they put it like behind a computer screen. Now it looks like it's 24 by 36. I don't think it's that big. I think it's going to be like A4. I think they're made in Europe too, so it's probably like a European paper size, probably one of those A4 sizes.
Yeah.
But it'd be a good reference to have hanging on the wall, especially if you're doing used stuff. But then again, I mean, anybody could make one if you got all the parts laying around too.
When we hire a new cataloger, one of the first things we do is build them a color palette, and
Yep.
I typically will pick up 1x2 plates to build it.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just something I ran across yesterday or 2 days ago online. I thought it was kind of cool. People might be interested.
Yeah.
Somebody else actually asked about the salmon colors, and I don't think they're on there. Whatever the hell CL is, I don't know what that is. 220. That's coral. Okay. But definitely useful for newbies.
Oh, here, it has a size on it.
Does it?
Yeah. It says right near the bottom there.
12 by 16, roughly. So that's a good size. Yeah, 70 different colors. I wonder if they made like a limited edition, like they bought like 1,000 of each one of those parts and just ran off 1,000 of them, or what they do to get all the parts.
Probably.
Figure you got what, maybe 3 cents a piece in each part, times 70. So you got $2 in bricks per part, plus another $1 to print it. So they're making pretty good profit. The assembly is probably the worst part.
I would say assembly and having to stick together, but while they're shipping it to you.
Yeah. Gluing all those parts on would be a nightmare. And they are glued too, because I was looking at some of the close-ups and I zoomed in on them, and you can see where like the Lego is like the colors are melted into the paper it's sitting on.
It's gotta be like hot glued or something so they don't fall off.
Kind of, yeah, you see the color, like either that or they just printed a circle there. Maybe they printed a circle? Looks like the color bled into the paper it's on. See over here? The actual purple's bled into the paper. So I'm guessing they actually like use like a legit solvent to glue them on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If somebody buys one, let me know how good a quality it is. I'm kind of curious.
I'm gonna buy one.
You're gonna get one for real?
Yep.
I'll show you the other one I got. It's coming. It's not here yet, but
I think it'll look good on my wall somewhere.
I got this one from this guy.
Buy it and then expense it as a tool to do business.
Yep.
He did a pretty good job, I thought. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that looks nice.
He had these light nougat pieces over here because nothing comes in that color, and I had the brick, so I traded them, one of the color cuts for a few of the bricks. So I thought that was kind of cool. Don't really need it, but didn't really cost me anything, so why not? Oh man, so what you up to, Chris?
Looking at buying a building.
Oh yeah, Oh, we got rid of them. That was quick. Where'd he go?
Here we go.
So our next endeavor of what we're working on, since I've started to employ people, I don't want to have to let them go. So the investigation continues to find us the correct venue to do our business in.
Because you were talking about doing like a legit full retail store, right? That was your plan?
Well, retail is a struggle for us right now. I don't need it. And if you watch, I don't know if it's on his videos, but I know that Bricks on the Dollar has retail, and it's kind of like a love-hate type of a thing that he has with this retail business, because when you start off as Bricklink and you've got all Bricklink back-end operations and that's your core business and you're making enough money there, retail seems like it would be the right thing to move into. But the moment you hit retail, then you have to employ a retail staff. You got to work with customers in that way. If you're not used to doing that, and it's not your primary venue, because when people come in retail, they're not going to look for individual pieces.
Right, they're going to want bags or kits or...
Yeah, they're going to want kits. They're going to want sets. They might want fill a bucket or fill a bag of bricks or something like that, or minifigs. And
then you can get a regular wholesale account so you can sell sets.
Yes. So I'm interested mostly in doing retail because I like the idea of doing trades, and I love people. So if I could work the retail store like 8 hours a day, I'd be fine with that. That would be a great thing for me.
So then you got to find somebody to manage the Bricklink side of it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm struggling with the idea for retail. The space where I'm planning on, the current space that I'm evaluating for moving into is a mall, and it would be an easy thing to do retail, but the mall has told me that I can just do back warehouse and don't have to open up retail front, and they'd be okay with that because
really?
That's how bad they want me there.
Yeah, they're dying for tenants probably.
Yeah. I told them I might do retail, so maybe even the idea that they could have a Lego store in their mall, I think would draw in customers.
Is it like a real mall or like a strip mall?
It's an indoor. It's covered in regular mall. It used to be when I was growing up in the 80s. I mean, it was every store, every thing was filled. Right now, you're probably renting about 60% capacity for this place.
What kind of price are they giving you per square footage?
$2 a square foot.
Really? Wow, that's cheap as hell.
And I can't. I've asked around all of my area where I live, and nobody can touch it at all. I mean,
that's crazy cheap. Even my commercial warehouse is like $6 or $7 a square foot.
Most of the places I've gone to, there's one guy around here whose name is just about on every building, and I talked to him, and he's like, "I can't touch that. You're just covering taxes for most places, and they're not even making any profit." So,
wow. How big of a space is it?
Over 6,000 square feet.
Oh, damn, that's big.
Yeah,
that's a good size. That's my workshop is only like 2,200 square feet. So you're talking almost 3 times that. That's a big ass shop.
Yeah, that would be nice. It would be enough for us to be permanently placed if we wanted to. I think I will end up with some of my own real estate eventually, but in order to facilitate getting the store moved out quickly and not having a lot of debt, I think that maybe I'm looking at it for it.
What kind of lease are they willing to work with? Because they're not going to want to sign that for 10 years or anything.
Yeah, it'll be a 3-year lease. It starts off at 3.
Yeah. Overhead sucks, let me tell you. Stay away from it.
Yeah. Once I start increasing the overhead, then it starts to be like more like
now it's serious. Yeah. I mean, I've had my own business for 20 years. We started in January 2000, and it's a fabrication shop pretty much for the most part, and the business itself is great. When we make money, I make more money doing that than I could possibly ever come up with any other way of making money, because what we do is so so niche and custom work and stuff like that, we make good money when we're working. But, you know, Corona crap hit when '08 came, those downtimes, I mean, when things slow down, man, that overhead does not stop. And man, they get really cranky when you're having trouble, you know, financial troubles just because of the economy. Nobody cares. And I think that's the only thing that I really dislike about having my own business is just the overhead side of it. Because regardless of what you do, no matter how hard you try on those days that there's no customers, nobody cares. And that's the tough part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if the economy were a little bit more stable than it is right now, and everything were, you know, the whole COVID thing hadn't happened, and everybody was still doing really good like they were last year, I'd be like, hell yeah, go for it. But with who knows what's going to happen with the president's possibly switching and all this, you know, there's so much crap that nobody knows what's going to happen. I think if the, you know, I'm not a crazy political person, but I think if the Democrats get in, we'll be in another war in the next couple of years with somebody. You know, they're going to piss somebody off and start something somewhere. But that's how our government makes a lot of money, you know. There's a lot of money in wars.
Certainly is that.
It's either that or getting it from us. They don't have any other option. You know, where else are they going to get money from? Borrow it.
So there's questions for me coming in the chat, and I do welcome questions. And I know, James, that you've had questions for me about how we do our operations here.
Oh yeah, I've always been curious about your store. I know you show a lot of it, but I know there's you guys are. I'm assuming you make a lot of money. From what I gather, you know, I don't have 3 or 4 employees I'm paying, so you're doing better than I am. I can tell you that. I couldn't afford to pay my kids, but you know, I'm always curious and open to how do we do better. You know, how can we? I'm not trying to be like, oh, I want to be Chris's competition, but damn, doing something right.
Well, let me comment to a couple of things you said, because that was a lot, just a few sentences there. The last one you said is about the competition. I am not necessarily concerned about competition when it comes to Lego, as I've done this for 4 years now, coming up on our 5th year. There's not a problem with supply.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've learned, in the beginning, I was struggling getting Lego. I struggled a lot. I was asking friends. I was asking family members. My nephew has some, and I'm like, hey, are you done with your Lego? Because I could really. But eventually, I got to a place where supply is not the problem, and I started to ponder this a little bit. Lego, the way we know Lego, the bricks the way they are today, essentially Lego's been making them for 50 years. But the Lego that we really kind of are selling has been for the last 40 years. So they've been manufacturing and selling in the United States Lego for that long. And nobody in their right mind, as far as I'm concerned, throws their Lego away. It's one of these toys. It's just like a legacy type toy. The Legos that I had when I was a kid are still played with at my parents' house by my kids.
Dude, I've still got mine from when I was like 10.
Exactly.
I've still got them.
So think about all the toys you had when you were a kid. How many of them do you still have around?
Yeah, nothing else pretty much.
Just your Legos. Almost everybody can say, yeah, I still have my Legos around because that was the toy we kept.
Right.
So Legos don't end up in landfills like other toys do. So you're never going to run out of Lego in the United States. You're never going to run out of supply. And because even if you sold your entire shop, I sold my entire shop, and we ran out, the Lego's still circulating through people. It's just again and again and again. It's just kind of circulating. People die. They have these gigantic Lego collections, and family members are like, what do we do with all this Lego? Just sell it right back to somebody else. It's just kind of cycles into a system. But when it comes to competition amongst each other, I'm not worried about getting supply of Legos. The competition is more like processes. the way you do your business, the way you take care of your customers,
Right.
the way that you are able to get orders out the door, how you're able to diversify your store. Those things can create a competitive edge, and really anybody can be as good as what you're doing or I'm doing. You just got to have diligence and stick with it. So, and have been trying my best. I want to share what we're doing here. Now, there's some things that I don't share. I'm not going to give away my supplier for Lego. That's kind of a trade secret right now. It took us a while to get to where we're at. So the supplier helps us fuel the machine that we've created.
Yeah.
The way I pick parts, the tools that we use to get the job done, the way I hire people. I want to encourage other stores to maybe use what we have, possibly even improve on what we're doing here. Because the simple fact is if anybody was able to take what I'm doing and even make it better, that benefits me, and it also benefits other Bricklink stores to do things smoothly and efficiently. Because as far as I see it, I see if something I'm doing can be shared with you or Brick Slayer or anybody on any of my subscribers or anybody who views the channel and becomes a better Bricklink store as a result of it, then all of the Bricklink customers have a better experience, and it helps all of us.
That's cool. I mean, that's one of the things I like about this. We do in the stream every week. Is I like seeing the diversity of other stores and how, like when David came on and showed his store, or just the fact that we're kind of buddies with the guy from Brick Freedom, that kind of thing. It's like for the sellers, it's definitely a good idea to be able to network. I think that's very helpful for everybody. When I started out, I didn't know anybody. I was just watching YouTube videos and saw what some of the other guys were doing, and kind of decided what avenue we were going to take and how we were going to try to manage this from the beginning and try not to make too many mistakes. But yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that people have come on and said since just in the stream is pretty cool. There's lots of cool ideas, different ways of doing things. I mean, David's way is different than mine, is different than yours. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got their own little niche and what they think works best for them. But yeah, I think the networking side of it's great. I'm glad that there's enough, there's this many people that are willing to talk about their store and how they do things. And, otherwise, everybody just kind of like pulls back and doesn't want to share anything, then that just makes everybody more like combative, and I don't think that's good for anything really.
It kind of goes really well with David's original hope and design for even creating Bricklink as it is. His hope was to bring people together to make a community of people buying and selling Lego, and that's the foundation for everything, and that's why I think it has continued the way it is, and we are now responsible for carrying on that torch as David's gone, and Lego maybe has different ideas of what the future of Bricklink might be. It becomes our responsibility to kind of carry on that networking and the connection with each other.
I can't believe that it's been around for 20 years and I'd never heard of it till last year. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I had Legos when I was 8 years old, 6 years old. Never even knew didn't even know it existed. Had no idea that there was this big of a, community of people worldwide that are into it as much as they are as adults.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. 4 years ago when I got into this, it just kind of fell in my lap, and I was like, is this something worth doing? And it's definitely taken a life of its own. Yeah,
it does. If you're adamant about building a store, it grows kind of on its own. It'll, like you said, once you've got a good source for product. I mean, like right now, I've got between 1,300 and 1,500 pounds of stuff over there I haven't even touched.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact I could turn around and almost double that in 2 weeks if I wanted to. And it's like it's more than I could possibly do. Like you said, it's out there. Finding a good source for it or finding a bunch of good sources. I've got like 3 or 4 people right now that I deal with that whenever I need some, I'll just send out some text messages and wait a day or two.
Well, and then you look at what Brick Slayer you're doing. Lego keeps making it, and there's ways to get the new stuff efficiently as well. So whatever end you want to go on, that you can keep doing.
You can either do one or the other, depending if you have money to put up front to get the new sets, or if you want to try to get the used stuff for cheaper. Kind of works for everyone.
Well, I think effectively your additional cost to buy new is all where I come into overhead for processing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you guys are getting it for if you figure out half a cent a brick or something. My average is about 5 cents a brick. Sometimes I can get as cheap as 2 cents. I think once I got 1 cent, but it's pretty rare to get it that cheap. So
I think the cheapest I've ever bought a lot from somebody, which was say more than 20 pounds, I think I paid about. I think I get $2.25 a pound is what we paid once.
That's still pretty good.
That's real cheap. I mean, that's probably the cheapest I've ever gotten it, other than getting little things here or there for free. But on the average, we pay about $3 a pound on average. It's kind of where I try to. If I can get it for $3, even if it goes up to $4, it depends on what the lot is. If there's a couple of motors in there, I'll pay $4 or $5 a pound. What do I care? But
if I know what it is, I'll go up to $5.
Right. If it's got figures in it, it's worth more. If it's just bricks, it's worth less. It just is. There's nothing to it. You can't really juggle the numbers, but it's been fun. It's been interesting. I mean, it's definitely not the business I thought I would ever have. That's for sure.
Oh, I never thought I'd have a business like this. I've tried so many different things, auctions and reselling on eBay. The consistency.
Sounds like all of us.
I've tried so many different venues and platforms, and I went on the high, expensive things that you can buy, and then reselling on eBay. I went on the really low end, and just marginally marking things up.
Yep.
Lego is that one thing that if you have it, eventually somebody's gonna want it.
One of the things we did for a business a while back, this is probably about 10 years ago. We did it for a couple of years. I didn't really enjoy it as much, but we were buying and selling pretty high-end audio equipment. And there's good money in vintage equipment if you know what to buy and you can get it in good condition, or buy it in crappy condition and fix it. You can make really good money. We wound up buying this one piece of equipment, which at the time I had no idea what it was. We spent a lot of money on it. A buddy of mine told me, buy it, you'll be able to make money. So we spent, it was $6,000. And we turned around and within a couple of months it was sold for $35,000. And it was just one of those, you're never going to get that deal again things, but it was to get those deals are far and few between. You're going to make a good amount of money, but it's going to happen once a year. So you can't really rely on that as legit income. Really, it's just you got lucky that one time. This is different because this is just constant cash flow. A little bit here, a little bit there.
That's exactly right.
It's like a job. You got to get a paycheck every week, regardless.
So, Leaf Hunter, you had a question about computer equipment that I didn't understand.
Oh, he's making fun of the printer last time.
Yeah, he was picking on you for the printer.
Oh.
What are you going to set up this week?
All right. I was struggling for sure. I made an unwise decision. I stayed up. You can watch the stream. I pretty much went to bed after the stream was done, and I did not have a very good Monday.
Yeah, I tried to put that thing, plug it in and get it to work, and it's way broke. I don't know what the mailman did to it. But.
Okay, well, that's a little bit of a relief for me because I thought I was doing something wrong.
No, something's definitely loose or messed up or something in it.
Okay, but we did get a Rollo printer on Wednesday, and that took about 5 minutes to get set up and working, and We are definitely liking that a lot.
Nice.
We got a mount for the rolls that are given or shipped to us by UPS. As it turns out, I get a business account for, I guess, from ShipStation. But I managed to log on to that ShipStation UPS account, and it kind of locked my access out from ShipStation logging into that account. So they had to recreate it, and I have like 2 accounts or something. I don't really know.
Oh man!
But we got a roll, and the roll was dragging on the frame, so we put tape inside the roll to make it fit better, and now that is working really, really nice. I like the Rollo for the fact also that you can turn the printer on without the labels loaded and kind of slip the labels into the back of it, and then it will, if it knows what size you're feeding into it, which we told it, it doesn't feed an entire label through. You don't waste any labels. That first label is where it prints to. It's a fast printer, very, very good printer. The resolution's a little bit higher than what I did get to print from the Zebra printer. Our logo that we print on the slips is a little readable. I might change it a little bit. It's a little bit grainy, but it's a really nice printer. Very, very good printer. It was an expensive printer, probably one of the more expensive items I bought for the store, and I don't like to spend a lot of money on assets. I'd rather buy inventory, but good printer.
Nice.
It's the other night. My little label printer took a dump. Got up at like 7 o'clock in the morning to print labels so we could ship out all the orders for the day, and the stupid thing wouldn't connect. And I figured, well, I'll just reboot the router, reboot the printer, see what happens. I spent like 3 hours messing with that piece of crap. Finally, I just plugged it in with the USB wire and it ran fine. So for some reason, the Wi-Fi side of it seemed to have flaked out and stopped connecting. Actually, like reinstalled it, did a factory reset, nothing worked. That was kind of frustrating.
Leaf Hunter has a question for the UPS deal. So you have to either call them and get an account set up, or if you have an eBay account, I think you can set your UPS account up through eBay because you can
PayPal too.
UPS labels through there, or through PayPal. I haven't did it through PayPal, but
Yeah.
you can set it up, and then they have free shipping supplies, just like the post office does, and they'll ship it to you. So you can request a big roll of labels, and they'll send it to you for free.
So what's with the fancy microphone?
It's my streaming microphone. It's just easy. So this microphone is on a stand that clamps onto the desk, and the clamp had a faulty weld, so the clamp broke, and so the microphone wouldn't stand up anymore. So I contacted the supplier or the Amazon, and then 2 days later I got nothing back, and I told Amazon, Amazon offered for me to file a claim, and they refunded me, and nobody's asking for it back. So
Nice.
But I had to replace the clamps, so I ended up spending about the same amount I spent on the microphone.
Yeah, I went on Amazon the other day to buy one because I've got one of those big magnifying lamps that has the same kind of arm, like a big drafting arm, and the stupid clamp costs like $25, and the lamp's like $35.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I got 2 clamps off of Amazon for $12.
Oh, that's good. Send me a link.
Sweet.
I need to buy one. I don't know if it's the same clamp, but I gotta buy one too.
I think it's a pretty universal clamp.
Yeah, it's got a hole on top.
Yeah, and it has that standard hole on it.
Yeah, I gotta buy one too.
I will put it in the private chat, and then Nathan, if you're interested, maybe you can share it with everybody, because these clamps are not built very well with the ones that come with it, but these replacement ones are really nice.
I saw like a machined one they wanted like $80 for. It was like big ass chunk of billet aluminum that they made one out of. I was like, ooh, that's nice, but I'm not spending $80 for a stupid clamp. Just go down to Harbor Freight and buy a C clamp and weld a piece of tubing to it. I mean,
I have been trying to favor Amazon for what we get as a result of being so well taken care of, and also being able to walk into Kohl's and give them the box. I don't have to. It's nice.
We started using Amazon a lot more in the last year, but something I've noticed is even Amazon's prices are not always the best. I mean, I've been shopping on eBay a lot, and I get like all my bubblers and stuff. I get them through eBay because they're cheaper than you can find them on Amazon anywhere.
Yeah, eBay for bubblers for sure. Yeah, you still want to price shop, but I like the Prime with Amazon because I've tried a number of different things. It just didn't work out, and Amazon Prime every time let me return it for free, nothing, no charge.
I love the next day. We're close enough to a distribution center somewhere. I don't know where it is, but we're close enough that if I should ship stuff to my house, the majority of the time I can have it next day if it's before like 8 p.m. If I ship it to my office, which is like in the middle of town, we're kind of like on the outskirts for the house, but my workshop is like in town. I can't get stuff next day there. It's like for some reason my house must be closer to the warehouse wherever it is. But I love the next day delivery stuff, and you usually kind of have limited options if you turn that check on when you're shopping on Amazon, because a lot of things you can buy wouldn't be delivered tomorrow.
Right.
But it kind of filters out everything that you can have tomorrow, and that's a pretty cool feature. I like that. Like if I need working on some Arduino stuff and I need a stupid wire, I want it here tomorrow morning, you know? And that happens a lot with Amazon, which is really convenient.
So this is I see you're getting your stuff for about 10 cents per bubble mailer.
Yeah.
We bought 500 4x8s from my favorite supplier on eBay, and 500 of them was $38.49. It looks like they're still available. Nope, zero available. They sold out again. Every time they become available, they sell out. This one is my favorite for one very specific reason. I'm going to share it here. You should share this link. These guys,
7.5 cents a piece. That's pretty good.
So the price is really good. They always sell out. I bought 2 boxes of 500 this time. These guys do a 4x8 for the usable space rather than the full size of the bubble mailer.
Mm-hmm.
So typically you get a 4x8 bubble mailer. It's like from the top to the bottom, but includes the flap. These guys, you get 4x8 inside of usable space. So a 4x8 Ziploc bag fits in there just perfect. And that's about, I would say about 90% of our orders fit right in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, they had 866 that are already all gone. They sell out, I would say, within 2 to 3 weeks after they post their listing. So keep an eye on that list. I saved that actual listing so I know when it comes in stock.
I usually get the number zeros. I get the 4x10s because we can stuff more stuff in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't buy anything smaller than a 4x10 anymore. We used to have some smaller ones, but the price difference between bubbler was like so minimal. It was just easier. I usually buy 2 or 3 boxes of these at a time. I'll buy 100 or 1,000 at a clip, and they wind up being 10 cents. So I'm happy with that.
I think as an individual store, you need to figure out what works for you. You don't want to have like 10 different sizes.
Yeah, right. You don't need it.
You don't need it. Just find a size in the small end, maybe one in the middle, and maybe on the very, very large end.
Yep.
Other than that, don't waste your time trying to figure out the perfect size. Just fold over the flap if it's too big.
Yep. That's exactly what we do. We got the 6x10s for the normal size, and then I've got a... Let me go back and tell you what the other size was. I just bought some about a month ago. The next size up is we get 10x16s, and those are like the medium size one. And anything over that, realistically, is usually you're switching over to a flat rate envelope anyway because it weighs too much. So unless you're shipping out a lot of base plates one at a time, you really don't need the huge ones very often. You usually switch over to a flat rate envelope. So we do have 3 sizes plus the flat rates. I don't know what I've got a couple of really big ones. I don't know what size they are, but they're probably like 12x20s or something like that. But I think we've only used like half a dozen of those in a year.
Yeah, 25 by 20s, the really large ones, number 7s. Those are really nice.
Yeah, for if you're doing base plates or something.
Yeah.
And usually,
I think I use the zeros and the triple zeros, and then priority mail bubble mailers. That's like the only things I need.
I was gonna get like the smaller ones, like the double or triple zeros, but I decided why bother. I mean, the price difference was so minimal, and they're already paying for it. I mean, it's just one more thing to stock in inventory.
Yeah, I just got them because it doesn't take as many to fill the mailbox. So. Because they're smaller, and like I would say 80% of my orders go in them now.
Oh yeah,
Just a little smaller one.
yeah. I like something bigger. It's harder to lose.
Is that a stamp on the back of that Brick Slayer?
Oh yeah, I got the Brick Slayer stamp
Nice.
from Vistaprint. So I just stamp a bunch of them and then put them in.
Yeah, we're putting a color sticker on the back of ours.
How much you pay for stickers? I price stickers, and they were kind of pricey.
So we buy the stickers from Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Let me go back and show you, get the link for what I'm buying. We use the small sticker, the return address labels, not the tiny ones. Right. And we're getting a pretty good price. Overall, you're paying next to nothing for stickers.
I was looking at getting like legit color stickers made, and they were gonna be like 25 cents a piece. I was like, hell no, no way.
That's too expensive. For
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, man, some of the parts that people are buying cost less than the stickers worth.
All
Yeah,
right,
stickers would be cool, but they're spending.
Yeah.
100 sheets, 1,000 pieces. What does that mean? I don't understand what this means. So $16.99. Here's the link.
Oh, they print
That's
it out
business cards. This is business cards. We print our own business cards. I'll share that link with you.
I use Vistaprint for business cards. That was nice. I got a few different made before.
I will say that printing your own business cards doesn't have that professional cut edge look and the gloss to it. However, we change our business cards and we do print front and back of them. So we're more cost efficient on the printing of our business cards. All right, I guess it's been more than 3 months since I bought my last set of labels here. I got to find a link.
The thing I don't like about printing business cards is the ink. It just eats up ink. Oh.
Yes, it does. So we get our ink for about $2 per ink cartridge.
Really? Damn, that's cheap.
Yes, if you buy a nice printer, the ink is very, very cheap.
It's coming in liquid form, or you got to buy the cartridges?
We buy regular cartridges.
Oh
Yeah.
I got a couple of friends in the sign business, and they've got like big ass, giant rolling printers or whatever, and they just their ink comes in a bottle, and they just refill the bottles.
I just use instant ink from HP. They just send me it whenever the printer's low. Just pay monthly, like $6 or something.
Wow.
But it's like $6 for like 300 pages. The more pages you print, the more you have to pay monthly. But
I've gotten away from printing altogether. The only thing we're printing right now are the thermal labels. We stopped printing everything. In the beginning, we were printing out the orders and everything in full color, so it was easy to pick them.
Yeah.
But now we got Brick Freedom. It's like, what's the point of printing all the pages? And I'd say about the time we started using Brick Freedom, we just completely cut off printing everything. We don't print anything anymore except for the thermal labels. And once in a great while, like Evelyn will print out some little like thank you things on a sheet of paper and cut them off with a pair of scissors. But we don't do much stuff with printing at all anymore. Just gotten away from it. The ink just got too expensive. I got a couple of really nice high-end Samsung laser jets. I got a black and white one and a color one. And man, to keep those things full of the toner, even buying the generic toner is expensive.
So yeah, our ink expenses is low enough. I'm okay with printing the business cards and the sticky labels that we put on the back of our things. We also have like a little new parts label that we use, and those are for 1 by 2.5 size return address label, and we bought 15,000 of them last time. So be a while.
Those come in a full sheet and you got to rip them apart.
What's that?
Those come in a full sheet and you rip them apart.
Yeah. There's how many is there per sheet?
Probably a couple hundred.
500 sheets, 15,000 labels total, 30 labels per sheet.
That's cool.
So, and back when you get ink as cheap as we are, we do buy a lot of ink. I will say we're spending about, I'd say probably about the same price that you're paying Brick Slayer, about $6 per month on ink.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot less ink now that we're not doing our. I just got my lights turned off on me. Just a moment here. Echo, turn on the minifig. So the ink is we're using less now because now we're not printing our labels. Now we have the rollo and we're doing labels there. We're also saving time on the cuts and the using the tape. So saving probably about 45 minutes to an hour every day just in all those operations.
Are you using Brick Freedom?
Okay, so not 100%. We're evaluating Brick Freedom as of yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm concerned about integrating it with our process, and I know I've let Steve know in his Discord what we kind of need feature-wise in order for us to be committed. Even though we're not using the full integration yet, we're still using Brick Sync. We do have our Bricklink store connected, and that's how we're evaluating it. So we get a Bricklink pick sheet, and we'll pick our Bricklink orders.
Mm-hmm.
And then we still have to do Brick Owl whatever other way we can. So it's in the evaluation stage. We do like using the picker, but there's a couple of things that I feel like it needs for us to be able to fully go over to his system yet. But I sent him a PayPal payment as if I was using it because I feel like we've been using it and he deserves something for what he's been giving us. Steve was so nice. He's like, you don't have to do that. And I'm like, I really want to because I want you to know there's value in what you're doing to keep you going. Because I heard in the earlier conversation that he's realizing the customer support needs for his platform. And that's great that you have demand, but now all of a sudden it's like, how do I manage this at my other full-time job? I get that all the time. I'm right there with him.
Yep.
What features does it not have that you guys really need? What are you looking for?
So import export is the biggest one. That's number one for adding inventory. So we add our inventory using merge and sort and merge with BrickSync.
Mm-hmm.
So when we create a BSX file associated with some inventory that we get from one of our catalogers, we do a sort on that file, and it tells us if anything in that file is already in the store, where it's at, so that we can go add to that drawer or update that drawer location if it becomes too full. That's the sort. And then once you change all those locations and add locations for new parts, then you do a merge, and then the merge will add the parts, change the price, add the remarks location if it's changed or if it didn't exist to begin with, and if the part didn't exist, adds the new or creates that part and then it will sync it with both Bricklink and Brick Owl, and he doesn't have that yet.
If you're using BrickSync, do you use the BL Master and upload directly to Bricklink?
If you do sort and merge, you do not have to use BL Master on off. Okay, merge is how you add parts without doing a BL Master on off. We do BL Master on off. Like for example, if I'm at my minifig station right now, if I need to go grab like a head or a hat or something to finish up building out in a minifig here, and go downstairs and drop the inventory, I will subtract one or whatever from Bricklink, go downstairs and turn on the server that I have a BL Master on, change the inventory, BL Master off, and then it will do a full API sync to both systems to update the inventory. So we do that about maybe 15 to 10 times at most per day.
That's how we were when we started out. We had our Bricklink store for probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 months before we even decided to switch over and add Brick Owl, and we used Brick Sync as well. And I don't think I ever did the merge ever. I think we always just used the BL Master and did everything directly to Bricklink, and then let Brick Sync just deal with Brick Owl.
So I don't like the way Bricklink adds parts. So I've done it before. I just don't get along with it very well. The sort merge on Brick Sync is a system that I've basically become adapted to, and if he does his what he calls import export, it's basically a sort and a merge where you create a BSX file, you import it to his. I don't know if that's the export or not, but if you basically upload it, it will sync up to the inventory and give you a new file. You change that file, and then you put that back into his system, and it will add the parts. That's one of the major things we're waiting for.
Is that what this thing is? Brickstock merge?
Probably.
It's been on here for a while, but I don't know how to use it. It says upload Brickstock file. We will then update prices and remarks and return the Brickstock file for download. The remarks and prices are updated for all items found in your local inventory. Lots with no match in your local inventory are left unchanged. Brick Sync sort is very close to Brick Sync sort functionality.
There you go. It's already there for you.
So maybe we don't see that because we're not doing full integration.
Oh, you might not see it because you're not linked up to Brick Owl yet.
Oh yeah, maybe. But it's been here like for quite a while, and I thought they added it because you wanted it.
Okay.
Oops.
Maybe this is my fault then.
And then the export is actually, so I actually use the export. Well, I used to. You could download CSV files.
Right.
And it worked wonderful. But.
So I need the merge. The export, I can do an export. I need the merge.
Yeah, so it's got this thing where you can upload your file. Look at Steve's here. Hey, Steve, is this that thing that he's talking about?
What's up,
I need merge. Another item that I'm hoping that he'll be able to get to, and this is not me complaining at all.
No.
Brick freedom is what we've been looking for, what we've been hoping for. His direction that he is hoping to get to and the things that he wants to put into his system is what I really, really need. The second thing that we're looking for is a ability to change the designated ID on the pick sheet. So right now it just kind of defaults A, B, C, D based on the weight. And I think he's adding a feature where you can go whether you want highest weight first or lowest weight first. I would like it if we could modify it from an A to whatever I want.
Gotcha.
So
I think he customized mine because mine doesn't go by weight anymore.
Yours is by color.
Yeah.
Yeah, he created color for you, which, I mean, the fact that you could say, "Hey, can you do color?" and then he, like a week later,
5 minutes later, he's like, "Hey, check it out." Yeah, it's
check it out. I tried it and it worked.
Exactly.
That's the kind of flexibility that if I'm paying for something and it's support that I'm looking for, that's perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Oh, I think his tech support and getting on something is way above and beyond what he really should. I appreciate the fact that he does it, but I don't expect him to turn around in 5 minutes and have modifications done to the website.
So perhaps I need to get a little bit of better education on the Brick Freedom. That second feature is the ability to change the letter designation on the pick sheet. That's fine. Then the last thing that we do here is a verification of the pick when you're done. And currently we use the manually created VSX file that we create to do the part verification. So after we pick all the parts, and when you're picking like 32 plus orders, you need to come back and then check every single order to make sure that you got it.
When you're packing them, you're double checking everything. That's what we do.
We're doing like almost a triple check essentially. And inevitably, when you're picking 2,000 parts for 32 different orders, you just can't keep your focus enough to the point where you are going to get a part dropped in a bin correct every single time. So we do that verification after we're done. So right before we pack everything into an order, we just don't dump out the drawer and pack it. We check everything in that drawer. And what we do is we, on the pick sheet that we create inside of Brickstock, we'll say, all right, if it's in bin 1, we'll type in bin 1 and it'll filter all the parts on bin 1. And we just go through and we check, make sure everything there, quantity, color, and everything's correct. If you click on a specific order in Brick Freedom right now, it will show you just that order, but it takes out the photo and it takes out a little bit of a detail to help you kind of identify those parts per individual order. And I think that would be a quick thing to fix, but I think I put that request in, and that's the last thing we need. We just need a way of verifying individual orders so that I can have confidence in picking that many orders at once.
Right.
How do you put in your tracking? Do you go open the order on each, like Brickowl and Bricklink, and put the tracking number in there?
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing is I'll pick a bunch of orders, and then I'll come back, and I have to open the Brickowl or Bricklink window anyways to put the tracking number in. And at that point, I verify I have all the parts in the order, and then I package it, print out the label, and put the tracking number in there.
That's what we're doing right now. Yep. But I want to be able to have 2 packing stations. One person's going to be using an iPad, and they're going to be verifying those things over there. When we print our labels, before we even start picking, all that information is done. So one person is verifying the order. I want them to be able to click a button on verifying that order, and it sets it to shipped, and you just drop it in a bucket and you move on to the next one. And the tracking information's already been added earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
Ah.
I do all the tracking numbers here when my kids and wife do most of the picking and stuff. So
that's right.
It would be nice to be able to get some way of streamlining the tracking numbers being transferred over from PayPal to the orders, but I don't think that that's something that he really has a lot of control over.
It's possible. Like with the service like ShipStation, it's definitely possible. If I sell something on eBay and I take the order that was imported from eBay to ShipStation and create a label, that label information and that packing tracking information will eventually get to eBay automatically. I don't have to touch a button.
Right.
Yeah, eBay has that built in.
So the integration API is there with ShipStation, but I don't think it's necessarily a good investment for Steve to spend a lot of time doing that for one service unless he gets a lot of demand for it.
Yeah. I can see if you could actually get it to work with the USPS through PayPal, that might be worth doing because I'm sure that's the majority of what people are using when it comes to shipping, I would think, as far as the post office. But he'd have to be linked through PayPal for that to work. Pretty sure it'd be the PayPal API.
All right.
Here you go. I'll show you this, Chris. So he just explained on the orders page. If you
I'm going to follow through on my computer here.
Yeah, if you go to the icon next to under the lots column, there's like a little page, it looks like. So if you click on that, it will show you the picture of the part, which is much better than the part.
Yeah.
It's just like the pick sheet, though. So you could verify it there.
Okay, so where do I click on it? So I'm looking at one individual order. Where do you click?
Now you see where it says items and lots. So it'll have the number of lots and then items. There's a little like clipboard. No. You're looking at your list of orders, right?
I'm looking at one individual order.
So go back to where you see the list of orders.
Okay.
And
I'm looking at my order pick sheet.
Just go to your orders. Don't go to your pick sheet.
Okay. All orders.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
And then just say the first order you have on top of there. You go over to click the little clipboard under lots.
That's what I'm looking for.
And now it'll look just like when you did the pick list.
All right. And then if I click on mark one order as processed, it will change it to shipped.
Right. That's what we've been doing.
It'll mark it as processed, and then you can click again, I think, to mark it as shipped.
Right.
Or it'll say posted, which means shipped.
Okay. Do I need to turn off Brick Sync right away?
Yeah, if you're gonna engage this and turn, sync it up to Brick Owl, you're not gonna want both of them trying to compete with each other.
Well, I saw a comment from Steve that I could turn on Brick Owl, but I don't have to turn on full integration. What does that mean?
It means you can connect your account to Brick Owl, but turning the synchronization between the two on is still yet another option that you could finish connecting to both accounts, but you don't have to tell it to synchronize yet. So you can still see all your orders popping up from both now, but it's not going to try to synchronize your inventory yet.
I'm going to go ahead and do that now.
Okay. Yeah, we did that for a little bit too. I left Brick Sync running for a couple of days and then just kept checking on Brick Freedom, and everything seemed to be really stable and work well. So that's when we said, okay, let's go ahead and turn off Brick Sync and try it. And it worked great.
Okay.
I like the fact that you added that little thing to the order sheet, so you can basically use that as like a verification. Once you've got all your orders picked, you can go back and just pull that one order and check them all off. That's pretty nice.
So Steve is saying in the next 48 hours, you will be able to add tracking numbers on the page after you click that your orders have been picked.
Oh, man.
Ooh, man.
Which should load them right into the websites.
That is, I mean, this is just becoming like icing on top of the cake.
Exactly.
Wow. My guys are going to be thrilled if they can just not have to create a pick sheet tomorrow. Holy moly.
I'll tell you what, man, we worked with Steven a little bit in the beginning and kind of had him change the layout of the pick sheet a little bit because some of the icons were small and you couldn't read this, and we adjusted a bunch of stuff. But man, all the pick sheet lists on a tablet are so nice to work with.
Oh yeah, it's super nice on an iPad or something.
Yep.
Some of the colors, though, like dark bluish gray, looks kind of like black, but it says
But that's the renders. I don't know where the renders are coming from. Where he's pulling all that, probably from. So I'm guessing that stuff's coming from Brickset or something like that, where he gets all the images.
Yeah, but it's definitely it's working wonderful.
Oh yeah. I've noticed that Bricklink is starting to do that too. They're starting to use renders instead of parts pictures now. They're starting to switch over too on certain things. Oh, dude, you're going to do dark mode? Hell yes. Everything on my computer's in dark mode.
So he's got a huge update in 48 hours, is what he just said?
Well, he's going to add the... at least add the tracking then. I don't know about a huge update, but...
What about automatic coupons?
I don't know.
I think that would be more work because Bricklink, you can do specific coupons. But, yeah, I don't know.
I'm expecting here in the very near future, Brick Freedom's going to kind of wedge its way in between Bricklink and Brick Owl.
Okay, so I've added Brick Owl. So by adding Brick Owl, does that mean that my pick sheet will have Brick Owl and Bricklink on it?
Yeah, when you go to your orders list, you'll see all of them now.
Okay. Because I'm not going to do store integration yet, because I'm not going to turn off Brick Sync just quite yet. Maybe after we try this for a little bit.
Right.
Now, it says you could see that import thing too once you turned it on.
Once I turn on integration, I can do import.
Yeah, you don't have to sync it, but once you've connected your Brick Owl, he says you should see the import.
Okay.
Deal.
Okay. How do I do a sort?
What exactly do you want to sort?
No, I want to upload a BSX file and have it do a sort on the file.
Right there under inventory, do you have one that says Brick Stock Manage?
No.
So you can't see it yet.
I probably have to do full integration then.
Yeah, you must have to turn it on to be able to see it.
Okay.
There's a third option in there that says Brick Stock Manage, and that's the thing that Nathan had on the screen before. Yeah, he says it only shows when Brickout integration's enabled.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Steve, for the. This is great. This is like in-person support. This is the best thing I could have gotten tonight.
On the fly tech support.
We've been running kind of an agile methodology for making improvements to our store. So we do things a little slow. Some people say it being slow, but I want to make sure that whatever change I make, orders are getting out every single day. So we make small changes a little bit at a time.
Yeah, you don't need to have a roadblock all of a sudden because you can't pull something up somewhere.
Yeah. But I will say the pick sheet is a joy to pick from Brick.
Wow. It's awesome.
The clicking on the screen with your finger as you're scrolling through, it's so nice.
Yep.
I did see something as I was picking this past Saturday. We've made enough errors in our store, so this is probably because we're not doing full integration yet. But when I'm picking and I'm not doing full integration, it'll say, there are 2 parts in the order and there's 4 in the drawer. So it'll have like a 2 and you click on it and there's a little strike through on the 2 and it has a 4 underneath it. The 4 is still the total for the drawer. What I'm hoping for is it says there's 2 in the drawer and like 2 left. Is that what it looks like when you're doing full integration?
Yeah, so like if it says 2, you pick the 2 and you have 4 left.
That's what it says on the lower, the numerator number, right?
Yeah, the bottom one is how many are left after you pick the number.
Okay, so ours is not doing that because we're not doing full integration, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Ours says you pick 2 and there's a total of 4. Because I think what's happening is since Bricklink is doing all the work on the back end, his inventory is kind of still in like a limbo state because it doesn't understand fully. Like, if you pick this, what's going on?
It doesn't know to deduct them from the total yet.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So, but as I was picking, I'm doing like counts as I'm like saying, all right, this one, I'm going to count this one because it's not picking everything. Is the correct count? And I'm finding problems. Right. Mm-hmm. So like I've got 10 in the drawer and it says I've got 5. I've got 15 in the drawer and it says I've got 20. I'm finding errors both ways. What would be really nice is either I can make a note about the problem on that individual part, like you click on the little thing and maybe you hold the button and you can type in a note or something, or maybe you click on that item and you can edit the inventory number right then and there to correct inventory problems.
Oh, that would be fancy.
Yeah, you gotta be careful though, because sometimes if you're going through those numbers, you might. Well, this is a little bit different, but we've run into the problem before where if you're picking orders and stuff and you're counting your inventory, you might miss an order that's come in. It's not in your pick list. Those parts are already pulled out, so you can't really rely on that number.
If you've already picked an order and you've got it and you're going to pick it again, okay, so exactly that thing happened to us, Jim.
Yep, that's happened to us before too. That's why I knew exactly what you were saying.
But so we picked an order on Friday, and the guys were like, "Oh man, this part's broken." Right? There was a foot for Bionicle, and one of my guys is so detailed. He's like, "There's a chip on this connector." I'm like, "Well, don't ship it." And he's like, "But we don't have any more." And I'm like, "But I think I got them at home." So he runs home, he'd get them, right? And so we left the order in what state is it in? Paid. It's in paid status on Bricklink.
Mm-hmm.
And so on Monday when they came in, that order is still in the pick sheet. We've already picked it. So you just got to have to ignore that letter as you're going through the pick sheet because you can't pick it again. Right? But we didn't mark it down to shipped yet or processed because, well, we've already picked it. We were just missing a part. It's kind of in this limbo state where we're waiting to get it filled, but we didn't want to change the status and communicate to the customer that it's going out the door yet because it's not.
Right. You don't want them to think it's already on its way out and you're still working on it for the next day. Yeah.
That's why you just put it as processed.
Maybe that's the easiest solution. You're probably right, Brick Slingers. Like you guys are like making a hard problem or a simple problem into a hard problem. Not that.
Yeah. So Brick Freedom says that yours should not show like that. So yours should show how many are left in the drawer. So he's gonna make a ticket and work on that.
Okay.
Also, when you talked about the being able to change it on the fly, he says he's way ahead of you, so he's got that in the works.
Cool.
Super.
One of the things we ran into a problem with, he already fixed it, so I don't think it does it anymore. I think the kids have gone through and tried it. Originally, when you were picking an order and you tap on it, it highlights all the parts that you're picking. If that screen refreshed, it disappeared. But he fixed it. I don't know what he had to do it. But now when you highlight everything, even if you go to the page and refresh the page or close it and come back to it, it still remembers everything you had picked in the list, which is awesome. Because
I love that feature.
We had a big list of like 120 lots.
Yep.
And then like halfway down, something happened where it got refreshed.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, damn, where were we, But
and if you're picking with Brick Owl's multi-order picker, or if you're picking on Bricklink, all your check boxes are gone.
Really? They disappear too.
They're gone. But with Brick Freedom, you refresh that page or you open it up from another device.
Yep.
So I can have two
highlighted. That's
on
awesome.
that Brick Freedom page, one from the top, one from the bottom, and meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm. No, he's definitely doing an excellent job. Very, very impressed.
Yeah, we've done that before. We've had pick days where we'll make one pick sheet and have one person start at the top of it, another person start at the bottom, and they meet in the middle, and
Right.
they pack it together. Yeah, I mean, it's become, there's so many levels of doing this that we've experienced. It blows my mind how many possibilities there are.
I think my kids, they did something where a couple of them picked the Brick Owl orders and the other one picked the Bricklink orders and separated the sheet into two separate lists and worked on it that way one day. That's pretty nice too.
So I'm not able to see keep up with your comments, Brick Freedom. Steve, I'm just going to keep going on my ideas and just make notes as you see necessary. But I appreciate your support so very, very, very much.
We all do.
So the clipboard one is one of the things I was looking for. So I need to make sure I remember that one. I'll have my guys watch this stream later. But the clipboard, I'm definitely not going to forget the clipboard because that's what we need to do verification of orders.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Brick Freedom can be this one interface where eventually you get to a point where I don't even need to really go to Bricklink or Brick Owl. I can just work right through Brick Freedom. I just need to know Brick Freedom and my tool Brickstock or whatever tool it is I'm adding to using to add parts and just interface right with Brick Freedom. That's my goal.
What do you use when you're building your inventory as far as counting, and where do you put it all as you're counting?
Brickstock is how we build. Was that what you mean?
Yeah.
So anytime we're adding to inventory, we do everything through Brickstock. And I train all of our catalogers to use Brickstock.
I use it a few times. It's pretty good. I like the fact that you can pull up and change entire columns of pricing and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. I go to like 6 month or current average. That's kind of nice.
If there's another tool out there that somebody else is using, I have yet to run into that. I know of no other. Yeah, I know of no other tool. What's that?
Probably the one I got.
Oh.
We ran across an old program that the guy who designed it stopped supporting it, and we paid him a good chunk of money to update it so that we could keep using it. And I don't think it's available anywhere online. You can't get it anymore. But I've just been paying the guy personally to keep it going for us because it's so convenient. We do all of our inputs on our phones, everything.
So one other thing that I would like to comment, if Steve is still here, the print button only prints the first page. And I don't know if that's something that I've done here or not, but when you click on, there's a print button on the order pick sheet, and you click on print and it only prints one page. It like prints a screenshot of your current page.
Yeah, I noticed that. I tried doing a PDF of something once, and it wouldn't go any more than a screenshot.
Yeah. So I know that you're trying to reduce the amount of ink that you're using, and I think the way he's got the pick sheet is, my desire to print this sheet is kind of going away. The only reason I wanted to print this sheet is because of the way we make notes as we're doing a pick. If somebody's going through and doing a pick and a part's missing, you just make a note saying missing, and you keep going on. You just kind of keep going with the pick. But if you can make a note on a part saying it's missing, or if you could change the inventory levels as you're going along with the pick, even if you just click on it, or click on it and then hit edit, and then you can edit that field for that particular part, that would be great. Or just make a note right then and there, or have a checkbox that says the part's missing, and just keep on going down the pick sheet. Because I mean, I don't know if it's common for a lot of you guys, but I mean, every day we have at least 1 or 2 missing parts.
No, I never have any.
Wait, it is just me.
They don't sell anything.
So when I have new, usually they're pretty dead on.
Yeah, you're not doing any manual counting. Do you manually count after you put things in the drawers, or you just kind of take it on faith that Lego got it right?
No, I just upload it and then I just put it in the drawer.
Oh my
So
God.
far, it works pretty swell. Once in a great while, I'll be missing something, but it's pretty rare.
I know.
I think I'm just getting lucky. That's why.
It might be a nice thing to have could you put like a notes box on the order form when you're picking orders, so that if you need to write a note that there's a part missing or a part broken or something needs to be replaced, you can put it right on the pick sheet, and that would wind up transferring back to the order form, maybe to that customer's order sheet. That way, when you go later to verify all the parts when you're packing them, that note would show up on that particular customer's order sheet. Only on Brick Freedom, because you're not printing them out anyway.
Or you could just write it on a little sticky note and stick it in the drawer with it.
Or you can put a sticky note on the little tote saying we're missing them. That's what we do. I think that's what we do right now. Everyone's got here's one right here. Missing little parts and stuff like that. Just throw it in the cup with all the other parts so we know we're missing something. That was one of the things somebody said before I started the store. They said if you're not making mistakes in inventory, you're not selling enough.
Oh, and I've come to accept that we just have some mistakes.
Yep, that's the way we do it too. There's no way around it. It will happen.
But the person who's picking those orders has the best ability to help with inventory control.
Oh yeah.
On a regular rotating basis, because they're the ones walking the store every day.
We started doing something here about a month ago that just makes sense because, like you said, eventually you're going to run into problems. We wound up, like when we're doing bulk input for quantities, we're putting parts in the inventory. If I've got 584 2x2 plates, I'll put in 575 and ignore the extra 9. So down the road, you will always be in the plus, not in the minus, missing parts and looking for them. So we started doing that with almost everything now that we're putting into inventory. If it's only 1 or 2 parts, obviously you can't do it. But if we've got 20, we'll put in 18 or 19. Or, unless they're big, expensive parts. But if you're talking plates or bricks or just common stuff that's only a penny a part, I'd rather have a couple extra in inventory than be short. And, every once in a while, even today, I mean, not today specifically, but in general, every once in a while, you'll be packing an order and find a fake brick. I mean, it happens. It's not very often, and you try to keep it from happening.
No, it happens to us too.
But, if your inventory's dead on and you got to go pull that one fake part out or that one cracked part or that, that Bionicle with a cracked ball socket or chipped cheese slope, every time you find a screw up, it messes up your inventory and you got to go fart around with it. Having a couple extra parts in inventory, you don't have to even really worry about it or care, really. So we started doing that, just putting a few extra into inventory each time, and down the road, obviously our inventory won't match, but we'll have 5 or 10 extra parts. That's not going to kill anybody.
One of the features that David was talking, or Steve was talking about when, I don't know, I think he was on your show a while back, the ability to identify empty drawers. Meaning that Brick Freedom is aware of your inventory system. Like I have drawers numbers A through such and such. Basically, it knows my drawers, and it will tell me there's empty drawers here. But I think you could go a little bit farther than that too. You could say this drawer is this size, can handle this much weight in that drawer. So you could find, like us, we stack our drawers with multiple parts. I think you could say this drawer can handle, like the standard Acro Mills size drawer can handle so much weight. And the larger one, a little bit more, obviously. But you could basically say what drawer is not necessarily empty, but only has like maybe 2 ounces of parts in it. There's a lot more room for additional parts. It would take time, but for a store like mine, the time we spend on that level of detail is just the less space that I need to consume the 2 million part store that I want to build.
Yeah. I don't know. Right now, I just turn around my drawer if I have it open half. Seems the easiest.
We just leave ours empty until we got more parts to put in it.
Well, yeah, yours works like that because you have like the tool thing. Now, if I have an empty drawer and I put it in the correct way, I will never find it again because unless I open that drawer because it looks like it should have something in it. I found that when I had my wife help pick orders one time. I was like, when I had renumbered all the drawers, I was like, oh, look at these empty drawers I had that I had no idea because
that's right.
I forgot to tell her to turn them around.
You gotta go through every one and see what's in them.
Yeah. So.
All right, I'm gonna cut it out, guys. Anything else before I take off?
I don't think so. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good having you on.
Okay, cool. So just real quick. So I have connected my Brick Owl store, but I haven't enabled store integration. And should I expect the Brick Owl orders to be on that pick sheet, or is it just going to be Bricklink tomorrow?
You should be able to.
If you haven't synced it, I think it'll only be Bricklink.
I did not enable store integration. I only connected it to Brick Owl, but I did not enable store integration. I think I might be doing that tomorrow. I'm going to wait till he does his next update and just kind of let things smooth over and make sure everything goes okay. And then maybe by Friday, I'll try and get this done. So that Saturday morning's pick will be my turn to pick, and I'll try it for the first time.
Without the synchronization, I think you should still be able to see the Bricklink and Brick Owl orders in Brick Freedom.
Or is it just the connection made?
Right, it's just the connection. The connection to Brick Owl should import your orders, but it's not going to calculate out your inventory correctly.
I'm okay with it not calculating the inventory correctly.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Steve's asking me to connect to him on Discord. I will do that.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, Chris.
I really enjoyed being here, and it was actually quite useful for me too. And I hope everybody else got something out of it too.
Well.
All right, Great Brick Lab signing off.
Later, man.
All right. See you.
That yucky puppies.
I know. I got the crazy puppies want chicken nuggets over here. They're going crazy for nuggets. We got
one of my dogs jumped up on the table and ate my daughter's chicken nuggets she left up there. And then the dog was barking because he couldn't get back off the table. That's like, funny. You're definitely going to get caught if you got up there and you can't get back off. Like,
yeah, right.
The dog is so dumb.
That's funny.
It's like, look at me. I was doing something I shouldn't. All right. I'm gonna go. I gotta load my car with all the Amazon boxes. So. Plus, it's getting late. I gotta work tomorrow.
What is tomorrow?
Maybe I'll get time to crank out my blog.
All right, cool.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Make sure you, if you won, you go to brick-slayer.com and submit the claim prize. There you go. Oh, wrong one. Let me find it here. There you go. Claim your prize. Click claim prize. Enter the info. Super easy. When you do that, I'll get it shipped out. And here's tonight's winners, if you forgot. And don't get mad if USPS delays your shipment.
Yeah, it's been running a little slow. I don't know if it's USPS or the people I'm buying from don't pack their orders right away, but something's slowing down.
Yeah, well, I've noticed UPS and FedEx are having USPS deliver again for them, like the last kind of stuff. Yeah. So who knows? They're overloaded for sure, is what I've heard. So
yeah.
All right. Well,
all right, everybody, have a good week.
Go to our stores, buy a bunch of Lego, so we can pay some bills. I hope you all have a wonderful December. We'll see you next Sunday. Have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.